Good at finding things, not so good at figuring things out.
No. Well, maybe Eleran can do it.
I mean,
Maybe.
it's just a flat D20 for me. But who knows?
Yes, that is enough to figure it out.
Figured it out. Snapping branch.
Yes.
Come back.
And then a thievery check if you want to open it.
Snapping branch. I figured it out. Do you want to give it a go? Yeah.
21.
Yes, the door glides open.
High air 5, because no contamination.
Who knows what viruses arrested?
The statue glides to the side, revealing a very startled were-rat.
Oh, hello.
Wash your hands.
The were-rat looks like whips around, sees Snapping Branch, and raises his hands and says, No, mercy, please.
Snapping branch, like one of her hands, like halfway to the dagger at her belt, slows down and says, "Why do you live in this dungeon? And what secrets do you hold?"
The were-rat looks around and says, well, I don't live here per se. I live at the Skullport. Yes, the were-rat nods.
Skullport. Oh, I don't suppose you could lead us there. That would certainly interest us.
The were-rat is like, well, it's kind of far. You would have to go down a few levels. Would want to go there anyway. It's not really. I mean,
Well, I would settle for just the way down to the next level.
oh, well, well, I think, I think the one of the Etins has a key. Yes. The
Okay.
were-rat nods sagely.
That's useful. What is around these parts? As she sort of points behind him.
Well, I don't know. I sort of went in here to hide, and not, There's a corridor. She points north.
If you don't live here and you don't know your way around here, why are you here? And how do you accidentally stumble upon a secret door that you used to hide in?
I mean, I was looking for stuff, valuables, you see, to sell back at Skullport to get some food. I haven't eaten in a while, so
Oh, we've got things in common there. Not that not having anything to eat at part, but we're certainly following similar motivations. Some of us, anyways. Others have more loftier goals.
Oh yes. The were-rat fidgets, looks from side to side.
Perhaps, if you're hungry, we could agree to share some food with you in exchange for a few stories about what lies below.
Okay, sure. The were-rat nods. As long as you don't kill me, that seems perfectly fine, really.
I say, you don't happen to know anything about the fella on the throne next door?
The were-rat shrugs. Oh, yeah. That was Flindle. I saw you kill him pretty gruesomely, so that's why I sort of hid over here. Because you sort of charged in and you just murdered him. So I thought that it was best to sort of make myself scarce.
That was just perhaps a minor misunderstanding. You see, this place is full of dangers, as you're undoubtedly aware, and so far we've not met any friendly inhabitants. Perhaps we have. Eleran, did we?
From the darkness, where unable to be seen. So, yeah, of course. Aleth, remember? The one that has the eternal vengeance for his party.
Yes, but he's from the surface. He wasn't.
True. Then
Didn't-
no.
I suppose that Yorgos technically is from here, and he's an exception, though.
True,
No,
but from the perspective of the were-rat, I don't think he is.
If you forgot it, the troll cook we allowed to live.
The troll cook?
Yeah,
That's
he
true.
didn't do nothing.
Eleran
He
doesn't
just
remember the
cooked
troll cook.
rancid meat. But,
He doesn't remember the cook.
feeding a bunch of chimeras. That's worse.
Well, come along, Hugh. What's your name?
I'm Sylvia Featherstone. Yes, she nods.
Oh, it's a pretty name. Come along. We'll make camp. Bit of a talk.
Whereat looks suspiciously at that big branch, but inches forward slowly.
Oh, sure. She'll just turn around and walk this way. She'll basically give like a sign over to Beldas and Yorgos to not do anything. So slow down. It's fine. She-
Yorgos turns around. He's currently in the process of like pulling some rat spine off his halberd, like wiping some of the blood splatter off his armor.
Sylvia looks at the party very warily.
Sees the rat.
This right here is Sylvia Featherstone, who hails from Skullport, apparently.
Well,
Sylvia nods. Yes, that's correct. Hi, hello, greetings.
Hello.
well,
I
I
mean-
assume there's been an arrangement.
I figured we'd make camp, have a bit of a rest, share some of our rations with her, and see what she has to tell us. Perhaps we can exchange stories from above. I'm not sure if you've been there much.
Beldas looks at her, shrugs, and
She looks
says,
back.
"Sure.
She-
Been a while since we've seen, well, a willing individual down here."
Sylvia squeaks in fear as Eleran sort of materializes from the shadows behind her.
Oh, don't worry about that. That happens.
She looks him up and down, shakes her head, and mumbles something about elves.
Rude.
All right, let's find some nice place.
Maybe not that room.
Closes the door.
Yeah,
No,
close
do
the
not-
door.
Don't look.
Like picks the door up and tries to put it back on the hinges. Stands like leaning against it, like faking, like oh. See.
As the blood seeps under the door out in the
Oh,
corner.
no.
We'd have to go pretty far. There's a lot of dead bodies out there too.
We
Really?
could just
Not a lot of not blood. We could just sit on the statues. It seems safe enough.
Sure.
always big enough.
Going out there is not going to make it better. Bladder, brain monsters. And he looks very suspiciously on the were-rat.
The were-rat eyes Yorgos warily.
Better not be something that don't eat my brain.
Looks towards the shining, gleaming halberd and twitches.
Oh yeah, it's glowy and beautiful.
It's glowing. Eleran keeps
And dangerous.
disappearing and reappearing.
Well, Beldas will hand a portion of rations to what's her name? Sylvia?
Sylvia. Yeah.
Sylvia.
Sylvia Featherstone, the were-rat.
You simply must excuse our aggressive approach to exploration down here. The things we've seen have certainly made the idea of meeting anyone who'd simply like to talk without having some alternate and usually deadly agenda a far-fetched dream up until this point.
How come you didn't get any food when the others were so fat?
Well, he ate most of it, really. He was a bit of a glutton, so to speak.
But the rats were also very fat.
He liked them, yes. More than he liked me, I think.
I think you could do better then.
It's not easy finding a husband in Skullport.
Oh,
We
But
murdered her
Beldas-
husband.
Beldas will deflect and say, "So, Sylvia, you
The blood
You-
keeps seeping around the corner.
yeah, yeah, let's keep our attention facing this way."
Sounds an abusive husband, though, to be fair, you know.
It's basically a favor.
Yeah.
Beldas will ask, "You haven't seen any of my kind around here lately, have you? Dwarves, I'm saying."
She looks him up and down and says, "There was a expedition that came through here not too long ago. Skullport was a bit of a buzz with them arriving, actually. I am not sure exactly what they did there and if they're still in Skullport, but if you're looking for dwarves, I think that would be the best place to go.
Beldas fidgets.
It's well, it's an odd place. I don't know if you have been there before, but probably not.
No.
No,
She
I
nods.
am here to find them. They have left me behind. He looks a bit sad when he says that. But then he kind of picks him up and says, "But you have given me some hope at least, so thank you."
She nods. Well, Skullport is a bit of a hodgepodge, really. There is all manner of strangeness in it. It is, you might say, the last and least known ward of Waterdeep. The city above has, the market ward and the port ward and all of that, but Skullport is the shadow ward, you could say, of Waterdeep. You can probably find all manner of strangeness down there. A lot of the people there are usually rejects. She sort of looks at herself. That can't really live in the city as normal, and so we make our living as best we can there. It's not the nicest of places, but it is at least a place.
Hmm.
There are several factions vowing for control. There's the Sanathar Guild. There's some sort of drow noble house, I believe. And there's even worse things in the shadows of that place.
Mhm.
But if you need a somewhat safe haven to resupply and whatnot, then Skullport might be it.
So how far is Skullport from here? Like, in terms of just pure distance? You said it's a few levels down.
She knows,
How long would it
yes.
take to walk there? Like,
That
right
sort
now?
of depends on the road you take. Skullport is part of Undermountain, but also connected to many different parts of it. You can reach Skullport from many places. The closest access from here would be, well, you would need to go down past the arcane corridors and then past the Sargath caverns. Yeah, that would be the quickest way from here if you were just to walk.
Saving sort of nods with the kind of nod that says, I have no idea what those places are you said, but thanks anyways.
He nods slowly, nibbles at some of the rations.
You said the two-headed Aten had the key to the next level. Did we find that? We did, didn't we?
Found a statue for two-headed king. We were told to look for the two-headed king to find the key. We did look at it. He had to actually something bad happened, I think, or we decided to go up and then investigate this before we went there. So
There was a door that had locked magically, or at least protected.
Oh
magically.
yeah, it's down south. We didn't investigate further.
Yeah, where sounds.
I believe our intentions were to see what's up here first before we go any further down there. So
there's also the Find My Face area.
yes, but
Well, the Zenithar Guild has made a power play in the area recently, and I think they are pushing up here, trying to establish outposts and maintain control over the upper levels of the dungeon. As such, the keystone to the lower level has been snatched by one of the Ettins, their brothers, forge smiths. They fancy themselves, I think. I don't know exactly where they are, though, on this level.
How did you get to this level if the Zenithar Guild is trying to control it and has blocked the doors?
The Werehat shifts uneasily and twitches. Luck, I guess.
So-
insight here, check.
Sure, certainly.
Let's see. $15.
Well, this is a topic that deeply unnerves the Werehat. It does not want to any probing questions about its allegiance and how it came to be here necessarily. You get the feeling that it fears for its life if that information were to come out, perhaps.
It's an evil monster. Well, you know what? Yorgos believes in second chances.
Yes, I mean,
So, you know how a while ago we killed your husband, destroyed your sort of way of living? Well, you are very hungry, and you know what else happened? We did happen to kill everyone. There's a chef to the north, and he likes making food, but we killed everyone he feeds. So maybe we could turn these two small little circumstances into one happy situation by introducing the two of you. You could have food, and he could make food.
Well, I suppose. It's couldn't hurt to check, I reckon. Sure, if you give me a description, I can go and check it out. No need to bother following me. No.
that describes the troll and the area. Where to go?
There's like a table that just like gore just falls down continuously.
The rat nods and says, "Oh, okay. Yes, I guess I should go and take a look then."
Yorgos would like to do an insight check. This rat seems to not act how he thought. He is not thankful at all. Something's up. There's something up with this rat.
You get the feeling that this rat just wants to get out of here, and it's deathly afraid for his life.
Well,
Why are you so cagey? I mean, I don't want to. Actually, I do want to press a bit because we've been trying to be as accommodating as the circumstances allow us,
very accommodating.
and you're simply evading our questions, which is not exactly polite. We wouldn't like to find out that in your head, too, lies an aberration that attempts to eat our brains after we let you go, or something among the sorts. So your story sort of has to make sense to us before we can part ways amicably.
Okay. The Werehat scratches his head like a few fleas fall off. I'm not sure what to say then.
How about the truth? That usually works.
Can you roll an intimidate check?
Sure.
Oh boy.
Can I assist on that?
Sure.
I am
Certainly.
trained in intimidate. So
Okay.
that's just
Traffic
do I gotta
round
hit a
is...
DC? Or...
Oh.
Well, then.
With advantage, that's a natural 20.
Well, Sylvia, like you don't really know, like if a were-rat can like the blood drain from its face, but that's sort of the impression you get here, as it sees its absolute death and destruction, and just breaks down, sniveling and like, just big tears start to well in its little red eyes, just snot like falling out of its and it like balls, like pleading not to kill it. It confesses everything. It is true. It's actually a spy. It's a spy by the Senator Guild, sent here to look for secrets, but hasn't found any secrets. And if it returns without secrets, it will be punished horribly. She just wants to live a life away from this evil. Just never got the chance.
Now, is that part of the lie or is that the truth?
I think that's the truth.
But now that you finally killed her quote unquote husband / jailer, now maybe she could reach the surface. Maybe she could be gone from here forever.
I mean, you could have just said that because that's actually a good motivation.
Well, it indicates that the Senator Guild doesn't seem to be very popular with you guys, since you have literally killed every encounter with them so far. And she feared that mentioning that she was part of that would, indicate that you should kill her immediately as well.
Why would we kill someone who is attempting to break all ties with the Xenophos Guild? That makes no sense.
Well, you just had to say that. I know just the place. Out of this dungeon, there's a temple on the surface. Say it's a temple to Tempest, the foe hammer. Gives people like us new purpose.
The were-rat blinks. She doesn't seem very certain that Tempest would give her new purpose, but she's willing to try anything, really.
Yeah, good.
Beldas will toss a coin and say, well, that will get you up. However, it might cause a reaction.
Probably go with him.
Yes.
Hmm.
It would be wise if we, accompanied you, as scary as it is.
She picks up the coin and says, "Well, I can, I can change shape. I don't need to look like this all the time. This is mostly because it's convenient." She sort of, motions to her appearance. But if you're willing to let me go, I will certainly make my way out of here. You will never ever see me again. I promise you that.
Well, I trust it.
I have no objections.
I freed
We're
it
not
after
here
that
to,
horrible jailer. It's all good.
and we're not here to just murder everything we come across. It's just that usually the things we meet down here want to murder us, with some very notable exceptions.
I mean, the jailer wasn't even an exception, as it turns out.
She nods and says, "Well, in that case, thank you so much for your mercy, and I guess I shall be off. Is there anything else you would like to know before I leave?"
I mean, I think Snapping Ground will actually give the were-rat like her address and be like, if you need a job, that can probably be a spot.
It's an opening
It'd not be
monologue.
exciting work like cleaning and stuff, but
Sure. The were-rat says that she will consider Snapping Branch's, generous offer. And then she will start scurrying away, and then she will say, "Oh, one thing: if you do get to the level below this, the arcane corridors, it is believed that it is an old laboratory. When Hallister started digging up this place, that it was his first lair, so to speak, his first laboratory. Then it was inherited by his apprentices. There is a lot of strange remnants down there, and you should be quite careful. However, recently there has been an uprising, you might say. The local goblins have rallied around some sort of new chief and have opposed the Senator Guild on the level. Currently, the Senator Guild is trying to plot to, regain control over the goblins but the goblins seem fairly determined to actually set up some sort of, well, I am not sure, headquarters. They have declared that there's an open market down there. So if you're looking for supplies and want to sell things inside the dungeon, maybe the goblin market could be that. She nods. Yes. Well, I should be going then.
Yes. Take care now.
She nods. Yes, you too. And
We wouldn't want anything to happen to you, do we?
That would be very unfortunate.
and yes, and as I said, watch out. There's still the Etten brothers that holds the key, and the next level is, well, less controlled than this one, I believe. So, yes, farewell.
Less controlled.
Thank you for your information. Have a nice
Oh.
trip.
She will scurry away.
Alright, let's keep checking this area.
A curious encounter.
You
This-
had the poor rat quaking in her boots, Snapping Branch. I didn't think you had such persuasive qualities.
It's nice when things work out for the best for everyone.
The thing about delving these kinds of places is that usually the only things you meet are its protectors and other people who want to steal your accomplishments. It's rare to actually see some neutral third party. Well, more or less neutral.
Could have surrendered. Didn't.
Well,
She'll sort of gesture to Beldas and such to fall back a bit, just to not shine our way too incredibly much. Although she doesn't really expect anything. Like the rat came through here.
Beldas will chill out with his bro Yorgos. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Hmm.
You talk about what Volo told
Yeah.
him.
From this side, you can see that it is a secret door. This is also the back of the secret door.
Can she peek through the secret keyhole?
Well, let's see here. She does notice that there isn't a secret keyhole. In fact, this secret door also seems to be airtight.
Oh, it's one of those. We didn't open the last one.
Well, this one is secret, so surely this is a better one to open.
Let's try it.
Yeah, she'll try to open it.
No problem. The
Didn't go to the
door
dungeon.
will
Mad Mage did not open the doors.
Exactly, yeah.
the
Perhaps
door
we
will
should leave it.
slide open, and when it does, a few things happen.
Oh dear.
The first thing that happens is that you immediately notice it's very windy inside here, and it is like a howl of like a storm or like a hurricane or something, and it's just swirling around. And immediately when the door opens, it rushes in as if to equalize air pressure almost, and something like almost slams into Snapping Branch as we will go to initiative.
Oh,
Oh,
Look at that thing.
alright. Do I have a minus? I need to check something. Sorry. No, I have 0. Alright. I'll get that out of the way.
Yes.
You can hear the sounds of. Maybe feel the
Yes.
wind too if it's like sucked in there.
It is a howling, screeching storm.
it's like opening the door on a flying airplane.
Pretty much, yeah. All right. Let's sort. And let's go. The air elemental will swirl and will charge forward. How quick is this thing? It's pretty quick. It will swirl outwards to here. Snapping Branch and Eleran, please make a strength saving throw, DC 13. As the air elemental basically turns into a howling whirlwind, just ripping through the corridor. All right, then you will take half of this bludgeoning damage. 7 bludgeoning damage.
Snapping Branch will uncannily dodge it. Does it count as an attack that hit her?
It is an attack, yes, similar to like a fireball.
All right, then she's gonna half that damage. There we go. Would that be 3 or 4?
3. Yes. All right. That is its whirlwind attack. Here, though, it runs into some opposition, and it will slam with its wind fists as it materializes in front of Yorgos and Beldas. It will slam at Yorgos.
Ow.
All right.
That looks like 2 hits.
That was 2 hits, yeah. So 21 bludgeoning damage in total.
I am.
It is done. Eleran.
Right.
What the?
Very rude elemental. God, how do I even play Eleran anymore? Alright. I'll cast Zephyr Strike and shoot it. And crit.
Yes.
I double the. I get a D8 for the bow, and then another D8 for the Zephyr Strike, which means what one's hit does 18 hit?
18 hits. 14 does not.
Okay, so that is 36 damage with force sprinkled in.
Force sprinkled in.
Yeah.
How much of the damage is force damage?
So it's 3, and I don't have it separating from that damage.
And that is relevant here.
What's the die?
It's 1d8, but I've put it on top of.
Assume average.
Yeah, so assume an average.
5.
So 3, 4, or 3 and 5. Yeah, 8 force damage. The rest is piercing. 8 force, 28 piercing.
Must be scary. It's like arrows flying towards you, and there's like wind in between you and the other person.
Yep. It is. It is how it's just screaming mad rage. Snapping Branch.
Sheep. Oh no.
Sheep?
Sheep has died.
Muted.
We thought it would
oh.
be.
Apologies.
Okay.
I was distracted. She's gonna. How fast am I? She's gonna dash. That is 40, 50, 60. Then she's gonna stab the air. It's gonna
Yes.
work, right?
Think it
25 for 9 piercing, for 15 piercing. Non-magical, that's surely gonna work well.
It works, sorta, but you don't. It's difficult. Like you can't really. You don't know exactly what you're stabbing.
No, it's just wind.
Well, time to swing a halberd in there. Currently magical halberd, so.
That's 1 hit.
And then bonus.
That's another hit.
So that's 14 magical.
14 magical. There we go. Beldas.
All right.
Move over.
Beldas
Can I stand
will,
here?
Yeah, you can stand there. That's fine.
Well, not that much to it. He will hold his warhammer aloft and shout out to Muradin, and cast Searing Smite. His weapon bursts into red hot flames. Then he'll use Divine Arcane. He'll use Green Flame Blade as his cantrip to strike at this area elemental. Green and red flame on the warhammer. It's a 15.
15 hits.
All right, so 7 slashing and 9 fire, and it is also set ablaze as the Searing Smite takes. So every turn it makes a con save.
Yes.
And
Surely
if
bludgeoning.
it's if it fails, it takes 1d6, and if it saves, then the spell ends.
Okay.
It has a move,
John,
so there's no shifting or anything. But I can move within a certain range, right? That's the thing.
You
Yes.
can
I
move
can
a
stay
bit
here
out
though.
its range.
No, he'll stay here. He'll stay here.
Okay. Okay. 5 fire damage. And then let's see if his thing recharges. It does not.
Make a con save first. Fails. So it takes that, yeah.
Okay. Well, Yorgos really hurt it, so it will keep trying to pound on Yorgos.
A hit.
Yep, 15
Just
damage.
forgot I had some temporary hit points, so I'll just take it out. So, and then 11 door.
Okay, that is it. Alright.
Okie dokie. I will. Yeah, I will Hunter's Market. And then shoot it. Do you mean the 27 hits?
Yes.
So 12 piercing and 5 untyped? I don't know. Oh, it does extra damage. Okay, so it's just 17 piercing.
17 piercing. Okay.
That's me.
Snapping.
Sending round will stab. 12.
That's a miss.
Offhand, dagger at 8. No.
Also a miss.
Okay.
Sadness.
Very much. To 10.
Yorgos.
Let's try this again. Albert, S. Bonus. No. Well, that's still a lot of damage.
That's 3 hits, yeah.
3 hits. The last one's a 12.
Oh, sorry.
Right.
These are
2 hits.
confusing me to read. 2 hits, yeah.
Well, that is 28 magical damage.
Youch. That destroys it.
Sure, use the dwarven blessed halberd to
Well,
kill the air. Swinging it madly inside as the air buffets him, punching him. Yeah.
Yep, you strike some sort of core, like it's like parting a waterfall almost. Like you see the shimmering swirl of the tornado just rip and tear, and it can't keep the shape, and so it just dissolves into nothing, pretty much. And it disappears with like a final gust, and then it is over.
Yeah, she begins to gently use a hand to massage his chest, where he's got a big bruise, so it's being battered by this thing.
Oh yeah.
That hurt. A lot of damage.
Mm-hmm.
Beldas will step over. Let's see. Oh. Hold out his hand to Beldas. Or himself, I mean. Hold out his hand to Yorgos. And cure wounds. So, let's see. He'll upcast this, so... Be a 3d8. 21.
All that magic is
Like,
nice and all, but
There's nothing
sometimes,
dwarf cannot fix.
Hmm.
It's really
yeah,
remarkable.
sometimes for the last little bits, good old bandage will do the trick. As she will do exactly that and give you another 15. She'll top you up.
I'll take 15. Yeah, a little bandage, little salve, and then some dwarven magic.
Mhm.
You know, yours is like he understands now why Hallister took the Malarican home,
Yeah.
because surely, you know,
Imagine several of these.
this is just a standard dwarf, and their treasures and high magics must be like world shattering in their
Yeah.
complexity and power. He's not seen Beldas do anything yet that wasn't like wickedly awesome in some way.
I mean, yeah, imagine a dwarven hold, filled with
Yeah, it's
these
like-
creatures.
Your helmet breaks, they just make a new one. Just fix it. You need light, they can just make light. You get hurt, you just repair your body. Like you get brain dead, he just sells his ancient dwarven stuff and makes you not brain dead. It's all good things.
Yeah, dwarven hospitality. It's
I think he's a chronicler, but he smashes things with the hammer all the time. It's the kind of chronicling that Yorgos can understand.
Mhm.
You know,
Certainly.
hammers are a good thing. Faux hammer and all. So.
Yeah.
Well, let's see if it had any treasure. Or it looks at the air that isn't, it's like there's nothing to see. Or
There's
satisfying though.
Yeah.
At least if there was a monster inside it, we would have seen it. Cautiously look about.
What? This room is weird. Why is this room?
Why is this room? The eternal question.
It's the wind tunnel.
Door over there.
Tier designers are having a fit right now.
So, looking at this, actually, Beldas, give me a history check. With advantage.
Is it related to the origin of the stonework?
It is related to dwarfs
Okay, well,
and dwarven history.
sure. I'll give a.
And in a way, stonework, I reckon. Yes.
All right, then you can use a stone cunning.
I mean, if you don't use stone cunning now, then when?
Then when? So that's 1, and then this is 2, so 23.
Okay. Well, Bellas recognize this type of like strange zigzaggy construction. This is a ancient dwarven like defense structure. You build it like this to prevent orcs and other drow invaders and stuff to get free shots for fireballs and like arrows and stuff like that. You break the line of sight, and the dwarven battle ragers and phalanxes can lock shields and just hide around the corners here, and prevent and like be just iron plug door stops, fighting inch by inch like down these corridors. Gives the dwarves like an advantage because they are at their best when they're heavily armored and in close combat. And this is to like negate, say, a squad of elven archers to just pepper them full, because they can't get any line of sight really.
Yeah. Bellas will finish his lecture and look at Eleran and shrug.
Eleran will shrug. Effective. Dwarves are ingenious creatures.
Well, let's quickly uncover the rest of this tunnel, I suppose, going that way. Whoop, whoop.
This is
Of
sound
course,
enough?
not moving that quickly. There might still be traps.
Wibbly wobbly.
There does not
that's what I
seem to
thought.
be any traps.
Hello, Mr. Door.
It's a mimic. It says hello.
No, not again. PTSD flashback.
The door is also one of the airtight models, presumably to shut the air elemental in here.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Open it.
Yes, it can be opened with a strength or athletic check because it's pretty much sealed shut.
Oh,
Yorgos?
Yorgos.
Hmm?
It's really
This
hard to
door
pull
seems
open.
stuck.
It's
Right.
needs some faux hammer muscle.
I mean, it's a matter of time, really.
Well, Beldas will lay a hand on Yorgos. Give him guidance on this.
Dwarven god whispers secrets in Yorgos' ear.
Of how to
Strength
lift,
check?
bro.
Is that what you want?
Athletics.
Athletics or strength?
How to flex.
I probably would do athletics then, because I'm better at that.
Yeah.
I've got proficiency.
Skills are always
And
better
D4.
than.
So let's just do this first and see if that does it. Nah,
Oh,
it doesn't
wow.
do it.
No, it does
Is it
not.
4?
12.
So
12
that-
is just enough.
oh, well,
Alright.
That was just enough.
Just enough to breathe. Yeah.
More
Of
than
course, to
whispers
us,
or-
it doesn't look any different.
it's a
Yeah.
reasonable shoulder thump.
Lift with your legs, not your back. Now wash your hands. You
Boom.
touched the door.
Yes, indeed.
Wipe it on myself.
Yeah.
More weirdly shaped corridors.
Why is Beldas glowy?
I was concentrating on guidance, but
Ah, I see.
it's for me to know if I'm concentrating or not.
Hmm.
More corridors. Yeah.
Yes.
I'll poke my head around this corner as I'm invisible to dark side
Have a look over
creatures.
here. More doors. Well, going by what we've seen so far, these doors are going to go to the same room anyway. So let's just open it.
All right. Yorgos opens the door. It opens up to what seems to be some sort of barracks or maybe like a dormitory of some sort.
Ah.
Dwarven beds carved from stone line the room. It is filled with dust, cobwebs, and not much else in here.
That reminds me of my old bed.
Pretty much.
Not as comfortable as it looks.
Well, the barracks might mean possessions, might mean treasures.
Might mean that there's more. There we go. Shake that open.
Yep.
Oh, more beds. No interest. Anything interesting up here? Oh.
Corridors.
Well, guess I reveal you by walking.
You see me 30 feet
Ow.
away from you.
Jonas, Snapping Grounds would like to give the barracks rooms a quick look through just to see if there aren't any like jewel necklaces or something.
No, she takes a quick gander around. She does not find any treasure or anything. Maybe this wasn't the place the dwarves stored such things. Maybe it's been looted before. It looks thoroughly abandoned.
Really need to go down to the lower levels. There have been so many people here apparently taking all the good stuff. Let's see what's this way.
Ahead seems to be a fancy door. It is made of stone with beautiful dwarven, stonework. There's a lot of like filigree and like runes and stuff like that. It doesn't appear magical necessarily. More like someone decided that this door should be a fancy door.
Okay, that's promising. Snapping Branch will listen at the fancy door.
Snapping Branch does not hear anything on the other side.
Then open the fancy door. Briefly contemplating whether she can transport the fancy door into her museum.
All right, it opens up into like so this was probably some sort of VIP room once upon a time. There's a big like stonework fresque like on the northern wall here, like depicting like a view of what was the Malarkin underhall, the underhalls with like stern dwarven warriors in phalanx formations and like looking to defend their homes and stuff like that. That's probably been like furnitures and things here once upon a time. Now it is abandoned. Like it is just there's nothing here really. It's just the stone works and what remains of like very like nicely tiled floors and stuff.
All right, sounds fancy.
And all this Malarkin stuff makes me wish I'd played one of those.
They're kind of dead. It's kind of lost. But, so in the corner here, Snapping Branch sees a fancy dwarven bathroom. The southern half of the room contains a sunken basin with a drain at the west end and like a big drain plug made of stone laying nearby. There's also a heavy stone spigot sticking out of the south wall and hangs over the basin.
Oh. She's gonna try if the spigot still works.
All right. She cranks the spigot. There's a sort of a gurgling sound, and then hot water starts like just pouring out of the spigot, filling up the basin.
Still hot.
Yes, it is hot, and it's actually fairly fresh water too, all things considered. Maybe this is plugged up to some some underground hot spring or something somewhere.
Well, as tempting as it is, the bathtub in her home is not only bigger, it's also, not in a filthy dungeon.
We wouldn't all fit anyway.
Yes, exactly.
Beldas is confused at the even like the attempt to imply that we would all fit in there together. Like
Hot
what?
spring episode.
Oh dear.
It looks at all the beautiful murals.
Yeah. At Chamber, what did Malarkin dwarves housed honored guests, probably.
Beldas is very sad because this just reminds him of his own hold, and now he's just like,
Yeah.
mine is gone.
It's not.
Snapping Branch would like to check the walls and such for secret doors.
Certainly. I mean, it's not easy to gain respect and honor with the dwarves if you're not a dwarf yourself. But if you are an honored guest, they treat you well.
Mm.
As honor demands it. Snapping Branch looks over the walls and whatnot, but does not find any secrets.
No. It's interesting as finding these nice rooms is. It's not exactly why we're here now, is it?
Well, maybe if there had been furniture, you would have wanted to bring some. Seems like someone already did. Maybe a rival.
Exactly. Even if I don't know who it was, they are a rival now for sure. Competitor, perhaps. Where do we go next?
So I'm taking
Well,
this
there's an
tower.
Eden I heard about. Those things are well, maybe those things are big. Let's see if we can find one.
What
Sure.
does Beldas know about Edens?
Well, that's a good question.
Do we even have anywhere other than the Hall of Mirrors that we've...
Got the Hall of Mirrors and the two-headed king down south.
Downstairs.
We'll
I feel
save
it's-
that to find my face area until we're like level 19.
I don't see the immersion. I don't understand why nobody wants to
I
go in
know.
there.
Just go and check.
Yeah.
Quite easy.
Hmm.
That would be a nature check to know things about Athens.
I have nature, that's a thing I do.
Beldas will ask Eleran what they are. Or what he thinks they are.
They're giants. And yeah.
Oh wait, are they
Bel-
monstrosities? Because I get...
No.
Okay, because...
Beldas listens, but is quite obviously not satisfied with that answer, and so he dies to make an attempt himself at a 19.
Well, it's quite simple, really.
Let me educate you.
Athens are some sort of like giant mutant. They have 2 heads and are large and in charge, as it were. They usually use their size and strength to bully weaker creatures in green skins to like do their bidding. They are supremely dumb, like most giants. But they are very difficult to like to put any charms and stuff on, because they simply have 2 heads. You need to convince both heads of something. And they're quite fierce fighters. You haven't heard, hasn't really heard of any Etin like putting up a trade craft like Sylvia hinted at, but maybe that's something these do.
Yeah.
Eleran will say, Beldas, why did you ask me for the information if you knew it? It seems very counterintuitive.
I merely asked because, well, you are a learned fellow. I wish to know your opinion before I would give mine.
He nods.
We all learn from
Satisfied.
each other.
Very true. Master Dwarf.
Yeah. I mean, Eleanor, it's not like we can compete. It's not fellas.
Compete?
It's a bit like, awkward, like, Well, yes.
Oh, you
Beldas-
should speak to my grandfather. He may surprise you, Yorgos. Of course, you'd have to
Beldas
find
wants
him
to go
first.
to the mirrors.
To the mirrors?
Yeah.
Madman! I forget
Yeah,
why we're
let's
so
check out
worried
the
about them.
mirrors.
So is it the
Does
Find My
Yorgos-
Face mirrors or the other mirrors?
The Find My Face mirrors.
Okay.
Why are we so
alright,
scared of the
when
Find
the
My
white
Face
ghost
mirrors?
comes and takes you.
Well,
Is this from a Yorgos, like...
Yorgos superstition? I don't know.
Yorgos superstition?
I remember way back when Yorgos had a bad feeling about this area. So
Oh, yes.
You know what?
When I spoke to the Zenithar Guild, they said it was a terrible, terrible place. So
well, Beldas
Maybe
will
it's a
offer
great
himself.
place and they just didn't want us to go there.
I mean, perhaps I should go because, like, things that rely on dark vision cannot see me.
I would make an argument for builders not going first. It's too valuable.
Hmm.
I shall go,
Well,
go.
I suggested, and so I would offer myself first.
No. If we're going to do this, and you believe this is right, then I'm sure it is. But someone else should go first.
All right, so just step back. I mean, if I'm gonna be invisible, I need to not be in the middle of light.
Okay.
You remember?
Well, there you go.
Sure.
Oh, turns back. Now invisible to anything that uses vision, generally.
Yes, certainly.
And looks down the corridor. Ah, well, what's that thing on the
Oh,
floor?
wow.
Yes, what is that? How curious.
It is very curious.
It seems to be a big stub of a big torch that's been just thrown on the floor and stopped burning long ago.
Ah,
Hmm.
presumably these are all mirrors. And also there's
It
a
looks like
doorway. We haven't,
yes,
or like a part of the hallway we haven't investigated yet.
there does indeed seem to be mirrors in all of these niches.
I'm somewhat reluctant to look into the mirrors,
Yes.
if I'm honest.
There's no. It wouldn't. Would they reflect anything? There's no light.
Well, does anyone look in a mirror?
Sure,
Hmm.
I will look at this northern mirror.
Okay. There seems to be nothing necessarily reflecting in the mirror currently, although there's sort of a odd swirl, like almost inside of it, like a gas or something.
Oh. Is it the same in the southern mirror?
Yes.
Is it the same in these two mirrors?
Yes.
I'm seeing a pattern here, you guys.
What? Where are you?
Meanwhile, in there, I
These
was like,
psych-
they said that invisible creatures would strangle you. Through this
It was
Um,
Eleran
face
all
cloaked in
along.
white terror.
can I get an intelligence check from Eleran?
An intelligence check. I am the
Yes.
smartest of boys.
Monster.
Oh,
All right. Thank you.
good.
One of these mirrors makes you look really broad.
Halldamir thought it was hilarious.
Oh, look at it! Oh, like I'm a dwarf now.
Now that I'm closer to the torch, it's just a torch still.
It is a big dumb torch that's laying on the ground. Yeah.
Big old dumb
Yeah.
torch.
Yep. It's fairly large, so like if it's as if a big creature held it, like
Ah.
maybe an ogre or something maybe held this torch once upon a time.
You know what?
Hmm.
I'll continue.
Yes.
Um,
Stop, please.
there.
Yeah, there. As Elrond moves there, there is movement around him
Ah.
as the gas suddenly like shoots out of the mirror and coalesces right next to him.
Oh.
Oh. Oh, hi.
Oh
hi.
no.
Oh.
Oh no.
We go to initiative as these creatures reaches for him. Like it's just darkness and death and the cold of the grave coming from them.
Oh, shadows
don't
are
like how you say-
terrifying.
This is my first time, so
This is my first time fighting them, but I have seen the horror that is them.
okay.
Yeah, I'm Snapping March just gonna leave.
Like Yorgos,
There's
he knows there's something bad in there.
there's
Wait,
a-
oh
there's a-
god.
there's a haggard like wheeze coming from them.
Then
Something
again, I mean,
along the lines of "Life must be purged. Join
can't-
us in eternal suffering."
I don't know how I can even justify being able to. Like, I can't see anything down there.
No,
No. I mean, I would have to
currently-
make a noise.
currently I would. Yeah, there that is indeed what has to happen. Maybe you can hear the haggard whispers of the shadows. But for now, Snapping Branch, no, Elrond would have to.
Yeah.
the first move here.
Eleran will shout for aid and
One of the
help.
ghosts didn't roll. It seems.
What does he shout?
All of a sudden, oh, what?
Oh yeah, Shadow 2 doesn't seem to have initiative.
Oh.
That's weird.
It's hidden.
He will he'll actually shout, "Yorgos, you're right." And what can I do in this situation?
Get the run away.
I mean, yeah. I guess I'm going to. I'm over here. Yeah, I will. I'll lash out with my dagger because it's, as we have learnt, it's disadvantage to shoot in melee. So I'll just stab. I'll stab at Shadow 1.
Shadow 1. It's a hit. Yes,
And then I greatly detest being with them. It's so far away.
Yep.
So far away. You know, the useful thing about Gloomstalker is that I get an extra 10 feet, I think. Dread Ambusher. Yeah, at the start of my turn I get an extra 10 feet. So that was 10 feet. I have another 35 feet. I'm going to use that extra 35 feet of movement and accept attacks of opportunity.
Right. They will reach out and try to touch him with their shadowy claws.
Yep. Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of.
Right, that doesn't work because of course it doesn't. We'll do it. 20. Oh, that's a crit.
Oh no.
Right, so the second one is a miss, but the crit is a crit, which means it does double damage.
Oh no.
And that is fairly nasty.
Why did you warn us, Yorgos?
It was pretty clear.
Oh no.
Honestly. Beldas said it was a good idea. So here we are.
Take 16 necrotic damage and
A tiny wraith.
No.
drain 6 points of strength.
Yep, there it is.
Wait, crit also
life.
does extra?
Oh yes.
Yep.
Yep, it doubles everything.
Doubles all die involved. Yeah.
That was just damage. Oh, wow.
As it drains his strength, drinks in his life. It is pleased.
I will say that when you reach 0 strength, you die. There is no death saves. There is nothing. You insta die when you hit 0 strength.
Don't do that.
I am at 4.
Can you even move? Like,
I
shit.
don't know.
Yeah, you can.
I think I can until it's like.
You just have a
Sounds like the
minus
same as
4
like a
Jesus.
paladin.
strength of
Encumbrance is like carrying capacity is luckily an optional rule.
Yeah,
Right.
we don't do carrying capacity. But if it was evil, I would be like, yeah. So, what are you carrying currently?
Fuck. Yeah. All right.
Bones, wait.
I mean,
Yorgos.
that's
Okay.
You hear
well,
the blood curling shriek of the shadows
and someone saying that he was right.
in a very calm and collected voice.
Yeah, that probably means that it's not an immediate. So he'll go here and hold up the halberd to like light the way. You know, into the room. It's like 30 feet, so you can.
Yeah, there's
Actually, not that far.
yeah, I can't really see.
You can see nothing but mirrors. I see mirrors. It's darkness beyond that.
Beldas.
All right. Well,
critical
Stoked.
hits only do damage die.
Okay,
yeah,
then you can remove
D4.
a D4 from that. So sure.
That's extra. That's a
Okay.
lot. If
Oh.
you could.
Yeah.
I don't know how long this card is. I'm just going to use the size as a 2. Well, you can't really see anything still. But, do something. Yeah, he'll ready himself to fire a firebolt at anything he sees that's hostile, or like just
Okay.
not Eleran, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, I'm here. Oh no!
Oh god.
Fireball is the only way.
I'm hoping these things only have 30-foot movement.
They have 40.
Oh god damn it.
Just disengage next turn and just run away.
Yeah.
It's not worth taking 2
Touch
attacks
you.
again.
No, that was a miss.
Oh. Oh.
Join us in darkness and suffering.
Oh thank god.
Can't touch.
Can't touch this.
Do, do, do,
Yeah.
I mean, same for Snapping Branch. He's just gonna delay.
Okay.
I can't see. Can I see the
delaying
shadow?
doesn't
Or...
exist in 5e, but she's just gonna do nothing.
You have 60-foot dark vision, don't you?
I'm a dwarf, haven't
You're
I?
a dwarf, so yeah, you're 60-foot dark vision. Yeah, you'd see
Uh,
one of them.
Yeah, so if I see one of the shadows, then I'll shoot him.
Let's see. The shadow is not in direct light currently, which makes it heavy cover because it's like shadow beams.
Okay, well,
But you
sure.
can
I mean,
shoot
I'll
this.
still shoot it. Yeah. Otherwise, my action will be wasted. So I'll hit the top one.
Yep.
16, which
Let's see here.
I don't remember what heavy cover is.
is it heavy cover or is it just half cover?
So there's
I
half
don't
cover
know.
and 3/4 cover. 3/4 cover gives you 5 bonus AC.
Let's see.
That's a lot.
3/4 if they're not in direct light.
Okay,
Plus
well, then
5.
that's -5, so 11.
That is a miss, unfortunately.
Yeah, that would. Yeah. All right. Well.
Alright, actually, seeing that, which would have happened before Snapping Branch's turn,
Yes.
she has an idea of what she can do.
Yes.
She's gonna light the torch and chuck it down the hallway, which
Hmm.
may or may not make things worse, but I'm curious to find out what it does.
Yes.
Turns out all of these mirrors have shadows in them. Eleran
No.
is dead.
I don't know how far she can chuck a torch.
Athletics.
Not sure
Strength, right?
either.
I think most things are like 20 feet, but you can do long distance, which is like 60 foot.
I mean, a dagger
The
is
throwing things.
20, 60.
An improvised thrown weapon. So this is page 148 in the player's handbook. Improvised thrown weapon has a normal range of 20 feet and long range of 60.
So you can
Well,
throw it 60, I guess.
she's gonna try the whole 60 then. Like, just hitting
That
it
is-
somewhere shouldn't be an issue.
That's
Yep.
disadvantage then on your.
Roll a range attack. Let's see.
It's like
with dex, so with strength.
Dex.
throwing
It's the
strength,
four.
I think.
Yeah.
I mean, might as well throw it at them.
Yeah, throwing strength.
Oh,
But she
that's
can't
they-
reach.
They are out of 60-foot range.
You can just throw it on the ground. Yeah.
You just gotta like try to hit the ground. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
roll.
just the ground is fine. So with dex,
Yeah, no problem.
20, yeah. Like, it's
You put
DC
it, put
10
it wherever you want within 60.
at the extreme range, like here.
Okay.
She with quick fingers lights a torch and just chucks it down there. I'm just waiting for the mirrors to shoot like lasers now that they have light or something.
I mean, yeah, I
It
disengage.
lights up.
Yeah.
You disengage. Yes, that is
Fuck
fine.
that. That's an action, isn't it?
Yes.
What do I have? Okay, I'll cast a Hunter's Mark on Shadow 1 because it's a bonus action, and then I want to learn what things will probably kill this. Oh, and I still find it. Never mind. It'd still help because I get advantage. Yeah, that'll do.
Okay. Yorgos. See the shadowy, deathly figures down the corridor.
No, he has a light helmet, but that's not enough. He'll activate his drift globe.
Okay.
Shine more light
Yes.
within 30 feet.
What type of light?
I don't remember.
They can
Okay.
do sunlight.
Yeah, we can do sunlight.
Yes,
Drift globe.
as far as I can remember.
My drift globe description. Let's see. Yes, we can do daylight.
Oh my
60
God.
feet. No, it's me.
Oh, 60
Daylight
feet.
is 60
just
feet though
gets
for
them.
an hour. So yes, you speak the word, and daylight will shine into the room.
All right. The drift globe floats up above him, and daylight just floods the room.
Just enough to actually reach the thing.
Yeah.
Yes. As
60
as the glorious light of the sun hits the shadows, they hiss and crackle and pop. They don't like that at all, it seems.
Great.
Good. They can stay over there. Yorgos, protect me.
He is. He is protecting you with the light. That's it.
Well, I can see them now. So let's see here.
Go back to the shadow.
Yeah. Let's see here. 3, 4. I just need to double check what the spell this is before I use it. Macros. It is a 2. Alrighty. He's gonna cast Shatter, which is a big boom. It's a 10-foot radius sphere. If it matters, I'll draw it, but like I'm trying to hit the 2 of them.
Yes.
All right.
That's 10-foot sphere. So we hit like it's a 5 in each direction, or like it's a 2 by 2.
I don't know how it works in this.
Because if it's a 2 by 2, you couldn't necessarily.
Well, this. Why don't I just pop
It
this?
says radius sphere, right?
Yeah, radius sphere, so it's 20 foot in diameter.
Yeah, sorry, radius. So
Alright,
yeah.
so you will hit one of the mirrors.
All right.
Uh-oh.
With shatter. I wonder what'll happen.
7 years of bad luck.
Sure, it's an object, so yeah, that works. Right, let's upcast this. So, yeah, so they make a con save. For 15 thunder damage. A non-magical object that isn't being worn or carried also takes the damage. So the mirror also takes the thunder clap, so to speak. If that's a fail, it's 15. 15 to both, and 15 to the mirror.
Oh God. Well,
there's a loud ringing like boom thunder.
Yep. The dwarven magic hits them hard. And in the sunlight, they just shatter and evaporate. And the mirror here also explodes out in a shower of glass. Combat is over.
Dwarf. And all I had to do was show you where they were. They just gone.
Yeah,
You're all right,
I'm like withered and.
Yeah, your muscles are like atrophied.
From the mirror in the south.
Like 7 strength now.
Something drops out and onto the ground.
Okay.
That's not how mirrors work.
To the face.
It seems to be a bronze mask.
Beldas, we'll take it.
It's them.
What's it look like?
It looks like an old wise man with like a flowy beard.
That's nuts. It's not in any way broken, it's intact.
It is intact, yes.
Alright. Those will look around, look to Eleran.
Fine craftsmanship, probably worth something.
Yes, well, we know where this goes, or at least what we're supposed to do with this, but Eleran needs some help.
Yorgos looks at the other mirrors.
Yes.
It was only in that one. Happened to be a mask.
These
Beldas
mirrors are mysterious, aren't they?
Oh God.
Very.
Quick, get the shadows back. I want them to kill me.
Let's not. Yes, Beldas will attempt to heal.
Right.
So
I will take a short 5-minute break because I need to blow my nose and go to the bathroom.
Sure.
So, guys, do we shadow all these mirrors, or do we just
I feel like
imagine
we do.
this is the
Funny.
real mask and leave?
I think we should just leave. Honestly.
But why would this be the one mirror that has the right mask we need?
Seems a bit convenient, doesn't it?
Hmm.
And yet, if we smash the others and suddenly ooze fills the whole corridor, then we're gonna feel real dumb.
Well, Beldas will offer and say, "Well, we tried this, or I will try if you are not willing, and if it doesn't work, then
No,
we'll go
no,
back."
Beldas, we can't risk you. Look what you're doing to Eleran. Just fix them right up. If anyone should get hurt, it should be one of us. You can just
Well,
take care of it after.
Eleran's still got
Fixed
atrophied
is not.
muscles.
Yeah, fixed is not what I would say. Cannot help the malady that is affecting.
God,
But
shadows
you
are
can
terrible.
still stand.
I will be fine. I just will avoid such places for a while.
That's nuts. When we return, I will speak to Bayou Dane. Perhaps she will have some remedy, as she did for Yorgos.
I didn't even really see what was in here beyond just something dark, bad, like a evil blanket.
That's not. Perhaps it is best that way. Your mind can, well, be a fickle thing. Best you don't remember.
Shucks. There was another passage on the other side of this corridor, though, if I'm not mistaken, looking at the sort of withered goblin that lies like splattered across the ground over here.
Mhm.
Why is that? I mean, is it withered or burned? I guess John isn't here.
Yes. But that was us. Pretty sure.
I'm back.
Welcome back. We
Thank
have
you.
some questions for you.
Yes.
Was the goblin in the corridor withered or burned?
In what corridor?
This one. This thing here.
And that's a torch.
That's a torch.
Oh, that's a torch. No,
A really
Yeah.
big
It
torch.
was
Well,
big torch made for something big, like an ogre or something,
Like an
Etten.
Etten.
or an Ethan.
Without a face. Then we have to find 2 masks.
Well, it said a face.
Well,
Perhaps we do
Beldas,
that.
you are right, so let's go use it. Done here.
Beldas
I mean,
frowns.
no, let's investigate a bit further.
other corridor
Why
is
are there
probably
so many
empty.
mirrors? Yes, Static Grant wants to look at more mirrors, even though that seems like a terrible idea.
Uh-huh. Well, there. She looked at the mirror. It looks like a mirror. It's fairly fancy, like put in a wooden frame and everything. Yeah, they're kind of old and worn. They're like the inky shadowiness that Eleran noticed doesn't seem to be present currently. Maybe because the shadows are destroyed. Maybe they can only produce so many. It's hard to say. But the mirrors themselves looks fairly ordinary, if old. It's like they've been plundered from like old noble houses over the years and just put here.
Okay.
Hmm.
And if she like goes through the corridor with a torch and just looks at all of them, none of them look like weird anymore.
No, all of them look fairly normal currently.
Perhaps we should look at the top, the end of the corridor.
Got a beautiful, beautiful daylight right now.
Yes. Glorious.
Someone pick up the mask figure.
Beldas has it. It's fine.
Is there anything special about that mirror?
Which mirror?
The one that
with
broke?
the torch. Oh,
It seems like that mirror just had a like a shelf behind it where the mask was laying. when the mirror exploded, the mask like got hit by the shockwave and then rolled out.
Oh.
Oh, okay. I thought it like
Oh, I thought it was
fell
this
out
one.
of the reflection.
No.
Oh.
It literally, the mirror exploded and the mask like fell off the shelf. It was behind the mirror.
Wait, did I get lucky or?
Yeah.
Oh. Well.
You did.
All right.
Well, that was an easy puzzle. Daylight down the corridor. For an hour, I'm a fabulous shining beast.
A glorious divine creature, wreathed in flames.
Tiny sun flying across. Sort of anticlimactic, really. Not surprising, though, given that.
Oh, quite right.
I
Lot
do
of power.
120 feet of light. The
That's a
last
lot of
60 is
light.
dim.
Oh.
Oh, stop.
This seems to be the remainder of an adventurer's camp. There's been a small cooking fire, and there's some bones and other things strewn about here. Maybe there was an adventure camp that came through here not too long ago, and they camped here.
All right. Any secret doors?
Not that Snapping Branch can see. No.
Is that asking for a check or telling me not to bother?
You don't need to bother.
Okay. Well, and we've explored all this. Shall we see what that bronze face does to that place that wants a bronze face?
I mean, we have it now.
Yeah.
Looking at that place for a long time.
Oh god.
Now, are there eye holes in the mask?
Yes.
Seems tailor-made to be looked through.
Who's got the balls to do it?
As long as Beldas doesn't.
Beldas looks at Yorgos and smiles and there's like a hint of a rebellious smirk in his face, but then he hands over the mask.
Thank you.
Just be careful.
Do you want to Snapping Branch, or should I? You have a knack
I
for
don't
these
think
things.
bronze masks are quite my style.
All right, you'll see if I can fit it on my face. Doesn't seem entirely tailor-made. Sort of, stick it there between the horns. Try to line his eyes up with the face of it.
All right.
And look through the eye holes at this harp, I believe, something like lyre or something.
It's a fat man playing a harp. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. As you gaze upon it, the mask lights up, pouring out of its eye holes, and you see, in fact, that behind the relief, the fresco, there is a swirling mist, a portal to somewhere. It seems to beckon you.
I reach out with the halberd. Poke it. Can I reach through the stone? I mean,
you can. The stone seemingly does not exist for you. As you reach in, do you poke the portal with the halberd?
Oh yes.
All right. The halberd goes through. And
find me. My halberd. I need that.
Yep, it gets sucked in and disappears on the other side.
Okay. Hear me out.
Perhaps.
If he tries to look like from outside the mask, is solid then?
Yes.
If you have any, she looks at you as his helmet just disappeared into the fat man.
Mm-hmm.
If you, I'm following that. If you have any help you could provide, then I suggest you do it now.
Just join.
Perhaps a rope? I'm not sure if that would do anything, however.
I have a feeling that once he goes through with the bronze mask, we may not get it back. or gnaw a way through, we may need to be connected to go through it.
So, hold hands, take a leap of faith. I'm not opposed.
Before we
Alright.
do, Beldas will weave the
Help us
dwarf
alone on
magic.
the other side. I
Yes.
feel naked.
Let's see here. Yes, he will read to Yorgos a passage of Morden's word and cast Shield of Faith on him.
Alright.
Of course, feels emboldened, and Beldas will take, I guess, take his hand or whatever, grab any part of him,
Mhm.
and will hold out his hand for someone else to take it.
Sure.
Yeah,
And then we throw ourselves
let's
in.
go.
All right, you throw yourself into the portal.
Beldas just
I'm
hits the
coming for
wall, like,
you!
oh!
All right, you get swirled in.
This is very, very cartoonesque. I love it.
You pass through some sort of misty darkness. You're not exactly sure where you are until you seemingly are standing out in the middle of nowhere. Like literally nowhere. You can see perhaps distant stars, planets, worlds, realms, like in the far, far distance. But it is as if you're standing in a place between these places. In front of you, a massive ornate throne hovers. And on this throne sits an old man.
Game over, guys. We went through the we went through the secret entrance that was insta death.
This is Hallist. Is there halberd here?
There is a halberd.
I'll just slowly bend down and pick it up.
Well,
Shit.
The old man, seemingly lost in thought, looks up when you sort of plop into it on his platform here out in nowhere. And you see that like you're not like really in space, but the walls around here seems to be some sort of crystal glass. It's like an observatory out in the multiverse almost. As the old man, who you might indeed recognize from other depictions and such as Hallister Blackcloak, leans forward over his steepled fingers, peering at you quite curiously.
Beldas looks upon him and says, well, it seems we have made some misstep to arrive here.
I mean, we did what it said. Just mumbles. Look at this. Hello, we're the Greenhorns. We were exploring, trying this whole talking to the people we meet. Since we ended up killing a lot of the Senathar Guild. Have you heard of them? They're not popular.
Hallister, like, there's like a twitch of one of his fingers. And then he mumbles to himself something along the lines of, I really must plug that thing up. And then he looks at you and says, well, all right then, fine. You have made your way here. I might as well have a bit of fun. Yes, I think so. Yes. I haven't had guests in quite a while. So, very well then. Don't just stand there like complete idiots. Ask me 3 questions about Undermountain. 2 of my answers will be true, and 1 shall be false.
Uh,
I mean,
Eleran will
we should ask him.
Eleran will look to Beldas and say, I know you have questions of your kin, and I have questions for my kin. Perhaps I may gift you one question And perhaps in return, if we find your kin, you may help mine. If we get out of this alive.
Beldas will look to Eleran and say, he won't say anything. He will just like look at Eleran like and narrow his eyes a bit. Look back to Hallister, and he will nod. And say, a deal done. Back to Hallister. Questions. This is a riddle of sorts. Enjoyable, but I feel under pressure.
I mean, I have so many, really. If you just want me to, go ahead then.
No, I have, well, 2 now at least. He will ask Hallister, where lies the Etten with the key that will lead them to the next level?
Hallister draws in breath and says, "Oh, the Etten is far gone. Gone, over the seas somewhere. I don't know exactly where. Perhaps he went to Baldur's Gate."
My second, then. My kin are here. But where are they now?
He looks Beldas up and down and says, "Yes, your kin. I have many little dwarves running up and down my corridors. What clan do you belong to?"
Take a deep breath and puff himself up a bit and say, the Forgesworn.
Oh, the Forgesworn. Oh, yes. Oh, that makes sense, yes. Well, yeah. It seems indeed that your clan came under the attention of one creature that dwells in Undermountain. I believe your clansman and your heir is currently hunting for him. If you wish to seek them out, if they are still alive, who can say, really? You must look further down. You should go to Trobriand's graveyard.
He will nod. He'll look.
He is the second of my current apprentices. I'm sure he will be an interesting challenge for you.
Beldas is a assenting grunt, and with the last question to be asked, he looks to his companions because he feels that he has asked what is in his reason to ask.
Yorgos is brimming.
Oh, I would certainly like to ask something as well. However, my motivations seem less important and perhaps more vague than some of yours, so I wouldn't mind if I didn't get to ask something.
Beldas look to Yorgos then.
I will speak to you play a little bit here because there's a cool chance, right? Though he said 2 false and 1 true, right? So chances
2 true, 1
2
false.
true, 1 false.
We could ask him about one of the passwords to the map room.
That's true.
That could be fun. You could find like, the password to Skullport or
if
something.
If I was Hallister and a party had just asked me for the password to a map room, I guarantee I'd give them a random fake password and then immediately change the password so that it does something horrifying in there when they say it.
Nothing stops it from doing that, certainly.
Yeah. True enough.
Yeah. Or more interesting, we could ask Hallister what is the most poignant piece of information? Like ask him something we normally wouldn't find. Like there's surely secrets on the mountain that no one has ever found.
That was the way I was gonna go.
Right?
Or just
Like,
ask
something
him,
like that.
or you could ask him if he's told the truth.
How might we find something that that is truly remarkable and something like that. I don't know how to word it.
Basically, a way to give him information that no one else has ever come into contact with.
Because beyond that, I mean, Yorgos could ask about his own personal place in here, but honestly, he doesn't really want to remind Hallister that he's supposed to be watching over a room somewhere. He thinks maybe Hallister forgot. That's okay.
That's
so,
true.
That seems like he doesn't actually want to bring that up. But if you have a good wording for such a question, Sheep, then Yorgos wants to find cool stuff and ideally beat up all the badass things down here. So.
Well, she would then ask. I don't know if it's the best wording, but it seems like something she would do. What is the single most remarkable object that this dungeon houses?
That is an interesting question.
Yeah.
Hallister muses and says, "Well, that is a value proposition, isn't it? Because a singularly interesting item to one creature might not be interesting at all to another."
Well, in your subjective opinion, of course.
He smiles. Well, in that case, I used to think there is a lot, certainly. Well, it could be either the contents of my vault in the deepest recesses of this place. It could be the stranded spelljammer on level 16. Or it could be the heart of Umbraxar down in Vanrek Doom. He winks at Snapping Branch. Or perhaps the portrait of myself. Yes, I do like that one quite a bit. Seems to think.
Other than a portrait, I'm not sure what those other things are, but they do certainly sound remarkable.
He smiles. Very good then. I have answered your questions, and you have amused me somewhat with your youthful enthusiasm. I don't get too much of it these days, you see. Now, if you would leave me, I have much thinking to do. As he makes a wave of his hand, and you hear the portal sort of rip open behind you again.
Have a pleasant eternity.
The throne swivels around slowly, like Palpatine's chair, as he looks out over space again.
I think it's time to leave.
Yeah,
Just for a moment, just putting it to memory. This place,
Did you pick up your
halberd?
halberd?
An idea of how it looks like. No, he did, definitely. But he's like,
yes, the halberd is recovered.
Maybe one day he'll come here as a conqueror, but not today. Not today.
Do you step back into the portal?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's not piss off Hallister. Of all people.
Beldas pats down his beard, looks around and says,
So,
"Oh, well, we didn't die. Well, I assume I'm still alive. You are still here with me."
though I
The
suppose
Branch
it
is
would
like,
be a very, as far as I've heard of him, it would be very much like him to kill us all and put us in some sort of hell that is really just the same place.
Stepping Branch is like pacing, muttering to herself, like borderline angry, as she sort of mutters things like, "This would be a story to tell, but how would you make anyone believe that we just walked into a magical portal and talked to Hallister himself? Like, if I told that to people, they would call me mad. I'd have such an occasion that I have no proof. It's terrible.
Take the mask.
It's a fancy item for sure. I could spin a story around that, but it's a bit of a far-fetched leap to go from a bronze mask that is a valuable treasure in and of itself to leaping through a portal into a place beyond time and space and talking to the creator of this dungeon, an ancient wizard of, well, borderline infinite power. It just wouldn't fly.
Well, questions and questions and questions aside, we still have our purpose to go.
I mean, once you steal that painting from him,
I had similar thoughts, to be entirely honest. Although
mean,
whatever the heart of Umbrexa is, it certainly also sounds rather, well, quite something. I
clearly
always
that would
like
have been too amorous for me.
items that are called like noun of name, you know? The heart of Umbrexa, the lyre of Tutmanun. I don't know who Tutmanun
As
might
long as
be,
we
but
decide that Umbrexa doesn't need the heart anymore, I suppose we could take it. But the other one was used for a skeleton wanted it back.
that is true. But surely nothing that lies in a place called Vendrek Doom will.
I mean, the other one was a skeleton looking for its heart, so. But maybe that would be played out at this point. I don't know.
Perhaps.
I mean, I had a riddle. It was a bad riddle too, so I suppose really anything's possible.
And what is Spelljam?
Yes.
Probably a dwarven creation. Sounds like it. Spell.
Probably.
Beldas shakes his head. He has not
A
heard
spell is
such a
dwarven
thing.
word.
It would be like very difficult Arcana check to know what a Spelljammer is.
Let's try.
I know exactly what a Spelljam is.
Very difficult.
Yorgos doesn't.
You know what? Maybe Beldas doesn't know.
Yeah,
He's going to attempt it, but maybe his ancestors will.
maybe.
He's going to open up his ritual book and, channel them out. He'll spend a hit die when
Okay.
he makes this check. He'll also guide himself, so he'll give himself advantage and a guide. Let's see, so we have a +6. That's a 24, and we have a 28.
Okay. Well, 28 is enough to suss out at least partially what a Spelljammer is. A Spelljammer is a creature or a vessel that is made to sail the astral seas. Think of it as a ship made for the stars, a spaceship, if you will. They can sail the astral sea between the realms, between the worlds. You can reach, well, provided that you know how to navigate and how to steer one, you can use it to traverse the multiverse. It is a contraption of incredible high sorcery, and it is like almost no one on Toril, which is the world of Forgotten Realms, like would know how to create one of those. It is the realms of the like absolute mightiest wizards or clerics to attempt such a thing. The spelljammers that exist are usually made somewhere else. A lot of them are made in the different like divine realms, like Mount Imperia or like something like that. There's also ways of obtaining them if you end up in Sigil, the city of doors. But they are incredibly rare, incredibly valuable, and yeah, very few people have access to these contraptions.
All right. I think in terms of the flavor of this, I don't think Beldas Beldas is like channeling the past Forge Wizards, I guess, of his position, and so Beldas is speaking, but also you hear like another voice as if it's speaking through him, and when he's finished, he slaps the book shut and he sags a bit, but he himself goes, well, there's your answer. As well, not the entire, but I feel answers most of your questions.
Yeah,
Yorgos
snapping
looks to
branches.
Eleran. It's like, yeah, I really don't know how we would ever compete. Has your grandfather done that?
He shrugs and says, "You wouldn't even see my grandfather."
No, but okay. Well,
I don't know what he talks to.
Now here I am looking for an item to show to Maxwell and the others that will blow their minds, and you're telling me there is a vessel or creature that can sail through the astral sea, something that cannot be created by most anyone in this world, incredibly rare and incredibly valuable, just sitting somewhere on level 16, presumably.
I misspoke. Level 19.
Level 19.
Beldas shrugs and says, there are a lot of mysteries in this world. However, in the present, we should stay and not, well, think of the future. Let us try and get down one level before we fancy ourselves 19, shall we?
though it would be a grand thing to bring back, I'm sure.
Exactly.
Certainly a goal for you, right?
If it is a vessel, however, it might be fairly large. It's going to be a logistical challenge, but so it can be broken down into pieces. I don't need it to actually work. I just need to
put your camp on it instead of it at your camp.
I would presume that would you get such a thing, such a bet would mean nothing anymore. Should we get to floor 19, we may find more riches than your bet has covered.
Oh, I think you underestimate the riches that are involved in my bet.
Sounds like you underestimate the Undermountain then.
Perhaps. Consider me a realist. I'm not looking to. Well, no, that is true. It's not true. I'm looking to delve its deepest depths and find every single secret. That is, quite frankly, value is such an odd concept.
So it's
To
lower
be
than the
entirely
vault
honest,
of the Mad Mage. it's lower.
Personal there, yes. I like that.
To be honest, though, this level at least has been meager in terms of treasures. So perhaps I am underestimating the Undermountain, but so far it has not tried to prove me otherwise.
Well, it sounds like all the good stuff is below 18. Except for the painting.
No.
Could be anywhere.
Well, let's find this Etten then, or at least the key that will let us pass further down. Because we have stuff to explore. Still some stuff left down there. Let's.
Remarkable.
Let's check it out.
Well, we know the way, so
Yes.
let's go to the two-headed king room.
Let's.
So, if
There's
I'm not
doors and paths everywhere.
if I'm not mistaken, here is the door that has been
Yes.
magicked, so to speak.
Yes.
And as far as Beldas has spoken, he himself does not possess the way currently to get rid of it. However, there are more ways to go. So
Let's take a look at this one. Aha.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, Ettins. There's a statue of a two-headed thing, so seems like not too far-fetched that it would be. Also, every other way is eliminated, so except for breaking more mirrors.
Okay, you look up there.
Yeah.
You still have your daylight? Yeah, I guess that's still going.
Go for an hour.
It's probably about to run out at this point, but you still have a little bit.
Okay. Brightness, shine upon me.
Well,
Got a glowy helmet, but it's not as cool, and it doesn't give you like tan. So
yeah, well, you know. Let's see here. Stepping Branch and Eleran, they do hear something when they're there. There is faint scraping of like weapons and stuff from this area, as if creatures are trying sneakily to get into position.
I guess. How will we get the other guys' attentions without giving away? I mean, they know we're here. So, Eleran will say, Yorgos, Beldas, can you come here to look at something?
all right.
And then he'll like whisper to Beldas that what he heard, and then we'll just walk off, like getting ready himself.
Bellas will give Yorgos the Navy SWAT, go. There's enemies around the corner.
Right. Is the Shield of Faith still up?
Shield of Faith lasts. Let's
10
see.
minutes.
It lasts 10 minutes, so I would assume perhaps
No, at this
Probably
point.
Then I'll
well, that sucks. Cause found it felt, but cautious faith. That's fine.
All right, as we move there, there is a shriek of triumph as the glorious trap is sprung. And it just pours in with bugbears and greenskins trying to destroy all of you. As we go to initiative.
Worst roll of
No
match?
greenskin.
Yes.
No greenskin shall stand in front of Snapping Branch's destiny to become a space traveler. Unless, of course, Alistair lied about all of that and just made up random stuff, which honestly could be.
I don't know. I feel like he likes bragging.
Yeah, that is true. That is
I mean,
true.
all of this is an ego trip. Like
It pretty much is.
right?
Yeah.
The whole thing. Like a celebration of him.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh God, no.
Oh my god.
God, these are no.
Well, what is happening with the sorting?
That's sorted by type.
You have pretty much stirred the hornet's nest here.
Okay, there we go. Sorry.
What did you do, Eleran? Why?
Warned you.
All right, from the shadows comes the screaming triumph of goblins. Ah! What's out here? It'll try to shoot.
No.
I'll shoot the elf. Why not?
Has the light ended yet?
No,
Damn it.
blazing light.
No spot to hide.
Well, I just need to go 60 feet away. I missed.
That's 120 with the daylight
I thought it was 60 feet radius.
of bright, and then
Ugh.
60 of.
Ugh.
Now that thing will get an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
Stupid bugbear.
That
That's
is
a
a
no.
miss. It will Morningstar you back. No.
Can I just slow down a little bit? Can he just, because I feel like this is what he would do. You do an insight check. Is this thing a brain monster?
Sure. You could do an insight
He's-
check.
Oh God, it is.
Yes.
My God, you have
It's
no
a brain
idea.
monster.
No idea. Snap.
Snapping Branch is gonna bonus action disengage, move in, stab the thing.
Bonus action disengage? Oh,
Yeah, just
disengage
so
after.
she can
Okay.
move out again. For 18 piercing, and then she'll move back in.
Smart.
Ugh. Okay.
With rogue things.
It is
Yeah.
goblin time.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Goblin. Goblin.
Oh, it's up there. What? Excuse me.
Yeah. One
What?
of those like mini paths above, below. Sort of-
It's a hit on Eleran.
What?
6 damage.
Rude.
Goblin short bow. More goblins.
Kill them all.
Short bow.
Beldas will fix this.
Miss.
Is this on me or?
Eleran.
Okay. I will. Yeah, I'm gonna Hunter's Mark with the Goblin 27, and with my 45 foot of movement, I'm gonna hide behind this pillar so I'm no longer visible. Because I hate being visible. But I'm gonna start shooting things. 27 and then moving on to 26 if I kill it.
Yes.
And then further on to 28 if it kills, you know. Okay. Presumably 26 dies as well. Cool. That's how
Nice.
real bows work. Stupid goblins.
Okay. Goblin power.
Just casually killing 3 of them.
The Elven Reign of Terror.
Yorgos.
Yeah, no, we'll rage. That's the only real answer to this. And then also kill this bugbear to reveal what lies inside. One attack.
Hit. So 16 plus 22. Blah.
Ah,
Mhm.
what
Yes.
appears?
Yes. Yes.
It's
Really?
another
Oh,
small
no.
bugbear.
It is time for another intellect devour as
No.
it rips itself out of.
No!
That's
You
why.
know,
That's
this was
why I wanted
right.
to. That's why I didn't roll all my attacks yet. Because once this thing comes out, he will tear it apart.
I
There it is.
literally
what you
watched
wanted.
a video
Monster.
that was
Is
like,
this what you wanted? No.
yes.
Yes. It's magical too.
You
Magical
bash him with
attack.
10 damage.
10 damage. Okay. It is
Thump.
magic because the halberd is magic, which does hurt it quite a bit. It squeals and its mind tentacles reaches out towards Yorgos.
No.
At his brain. Oh, okay. Well, bye
I'll
then.
provoke. Fine.
All right. Well, it'll do a little claw as you run away.
No.
It's a miss.
No. Smack it, just knock it about, and then just like go leave out of
Yeah,
that. That's not. He's not into this.
This is the halberd indentation on the intellect arrow.
No.
Bonk.
That's that.
All right then.
He's ragingly moving in this direction. Screaming.
Tempest would not be happy, but he understands. It's an intellect devourer. Even
No,
he would be terrified.
He's not fleeing. He's not saying no to fighting. It's a tactical
withdrawal.
position. Timbers doesn't say smash your face into the rock until it breaks. No.
Doesn't he? I thought that was
No.
the third tenant.
No, definitely not. You're wrong.
I'll let you know the tenants say nothing about intellect devourer, so it's a bit of a grey area.
It's because everything
Matter. That's a word.
every Tempest worshipper has died to them. They don't exist.
No.
I am really glad that there should be no light source touching me right now. I hate
Until
love.
the intelligent monsters can sense intelligence, so
Well, you know,
we're not
that's
safe either.
that's a different problem. The 13 goblins that are...
Oh, he's safe then. Whoa.
Oh.
That's Hallister. That's Hallister saying that.
Alistair with the burns.
He holds up his hand for a high five, but all his friends are dead, and so there's no one there.
Snapping Branch,
Makes
can you
sense.
give me... Can you first aid me for that sweet burn that I just got?
There's no cell for that.
Some wounds never heal. God, there's so many of these.
So many.
I'll take care of the 2 goblins down this path. 3.
I'll deal with the
I'll
intellect
take that.
devourer, and then you
Beldas.
can save Beldas from the bugbears.
Just never kill the bugbears, then they won't come out.
Is there a thing about casting in while being threatened? I forget. No,
It's
I
fine.
can
You can
cast.
cast
It's fine.
normally.
Alright,
Definitely
he sees a bugbear, another bugbear. He sees the tiny little tendrils of an intellect devourer on the corner.
Yes.
Beldas panics.
Ah!
And he is gonna just full power shatter right in front of him.
Okay.
He's gonna use he's gonna upcast this again, so 18 thunder damage. So con save.
Off.
Fail.
Oof.
Fail.
Oh.
That makes it, but still half.
Yep.
9 thunder damage is still
Please
solid. Solid damage.
Ugh.
Doesn't die.
Nope, it has
Die!
1 hit point.
Oh,
1
come on.
hit point.
Alright.
Oh no.
Yeah, Bell just looks at this bugbear and is like, I'm out. So he casts that and then just legs it. So he's gonna probably take an attack of opportunity off this guy here.
Yes. He'll. Bonk.
That is just a miss.
Yes.
Actually, let me double check that so I'm not being dumb and cheating. Let's check the spell. Make sure it is verbal somatic. So he's out. That's fine. Yeah. We'll leg it. So 10. Oh, he's a dwarf. You can only get here. With stubby legs.
Yeah. Stub legs and heavy armor.
Yes,
Alright.
he's far away. So
Goblin power.
Why does it last an hour?
what?
Chatter.
Because I probably copied it wrong. You see.
I was just looking at it and reading it, and I was like, I don't understand where the up to 1 hour
No,
luck comes from.
it's
Just
instantaneous.
keeps exploding over and
Also,
over for an
yeah.
hour.
No,
Okay,
I
the
didn't copy
assembly.
the thingy-majiggers.
I was just so confused for the longest time.
It's an hour of tinnitus.
Yeah. There's so many goblins.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah. Intellect devourer. Yes, it is time.
No, it's not.
It is time to eat.
Go
No.
home.
Do.
Have a goblin snack first.
Go here. Look at snapping branch.
No.
And it will try to devour.
Do it, Velvet.
Intelligence saving throw, please.
Okay.
That's good for rogues, right?
Yeah, actually has.
Yeah.
You will not eat anything.
Damn.
Get fucked.
I figured both the wizard and the rogue had that down.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Snapping Grounds is quite smart and has proficiency in intelligence throws.
Right then.
Yorgos
We'll
does not.
take half of this.
I-
So 7 psychic damage.
I will, in fact, take less.
All right, then you dodge the mind.
She knows what to expect. She steals herself.
All right. and the
Actually,
devourer
that
seems
goes from my 10 hit
displeased,
points.
that he didn't get a juicy brain to eat, but there's always next time. This guy's dead. Stop your match.
I
Stab
can't
it.
get advantage here.
Burn it.
No, if I don't stab anything with advantage, then I don't do anything. She's gonna. I think it's time for the gadgets. Like the. Oh, what the hell are they called? Ball bearings, yes.
Yes. Slip the intellect aura up.
Not those, no. As a bonus action, she's gonna throw a bag of ball bearings, like so. Which means creatures moving across that must make a DC 10 dex saving throw or fall prone.
Eh.
And then, as a standard action, she's gonna disengage and GTFO.
Okay then.
Because if I don't have advantage, I'm not gonna do much.
But it only has 1 hit point. Ah! It's fine.
Yeah, you'll try to shoot Beldas with a short bow. No. All right, I'll try to get through here. So, dex save?
Yes,
No.
he falls prone.
Okay then. Bro.
Nice.
Roll here.
So if you intentionally move at half speed through it, you don't need to make the save.
Okay. Crawl out here. And then he'll use his standard action to stop. There you go. Eleran.
Okay. So. I will appear in front of all of the goblins.
Ah,
I will
get the elf.
shoot the intellect devourer. And then move on to goblin 31 and then 36, depending on hits. Well, 31 I guess. So bam, intellect
First
devourer.
one hits. Yeah, that kills it.
Then bam, goblin. And then
First goblin.
because this is 5th edition, I'm gonna come and hide in the darkness again.
29. Rushes down here. Enters. Big save. No. Falls prone. Feel like I need a prone macro. Yorgos.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I said I would solve some of these guys down here, so we'll valiantly move to here. And then just part of the course for Javelin, the number 36 there. Because I could see him.
Yep.
That was
I
mad.
can now see Eleran because he's in
Just
blazing
rude.
daylight.
Yes.
Damn it!
Take it, Goblin.
The goblin dies.
Has a Minotaur roar. Maybe that can get their attention.
Yes,
Right.
maybe.
That's it.
Alright. 32. He shall also enter here. 8 if prone. Crawl out there. 1. Mm-mm-mm. 7. Okay, well, there's a cat lady. She doesn't seem to do much.
It's true.
He'll walk over here and try to smack the dwarf. That guy has sorcery. Bonk.
Yeah, it's a hit, but the warden from the Beldas wards off the blow entirely.
Okay.
So that's 6.
Warden sorcery. Alright,
Yes.
this goblin here. Charges the elf.
Rude. Yep.
Aha, 3 slashing damage. He
Three.
loves cutting elves.
My goodness. That's racist.
Goblin here goes here. Slash the Minotaur. 16.
Mm,
3.
miss.
Shoots here. Deck save and falls prone. This guy moves up here, shoots at Eleran with his bow. 4 damage. Here. Try to makes get up here. 8.
Pile of goblins slipping in ball bearings.
Yep. Some of the ball bearings.
Yeah.
Over here, it with Morning Star. No.
Nope.
Sneak up here.
He'll get the that on the way.
All right, that kills him. But Beldas.
You know, Beldas has been in these situations as a dwarf before. He is not phased. In fact, he sees all those goblins lovingly positioned beside him, snaps out his finger to his left, and casts Shatter once again on all of these. He can't outcast it though. He's running out of spells, but he's trying his best. So
Explosion.
that was a really good roll.
It's like a
18.
death on save.
18. Well, all of them die in that case, even on the save.
All right.
Kaboom!
Shattered goblins everywhere.
Yep.
Delicious.
Sonic blast hits, and they just rips them apart. The shockwave just shakes their little bones to death. They collapse in heaps.
He'll look back to the bugbears. Shrug his shoulders. He's ready for a fight.
All right, then.
Yeah.
That's how I clean up initiative.
Yep. Yeah, it makes it good. Dead. So try. Prone. Dead. Dead. Saving Ranch.
Saving Ranch is gonna. Where's Yorgos over there? Gonna move here, stab the bugbear. 14.
It's a miss.
Offhand the bugbear. 19.
Hit.
Right, for 16 piercing.
Yep. Ooh.
And that'll be a turn. She used a bonus action to do another attack.
Eleran.
I got these.
I will. Sure, I'll just walk away. Take an attack of opportunity. from the goblin.
Mm-hmm.
Must be hidden now.
And now I'm hidden. Yeah. But not until. Oof,
H
jeez.
damage. Yeah.
Probably like
full
max
power
hit.
on that one. Yeah.
Alright, as my bonus action, I'll transfer my Hunter's Mark to Bugbear 7. And then do my usual. So it's a D6. The first one does 15 piercing damage.
Kills him.
Don't know if the 13. Don't think the 13 will hit.
No, it does not.
And that's my turn. Ended in darkness.
Edgy.
I never thought I'd ever make an edgy character.
I am the dark. I am the night.
Swing, Albert.
I'm basically Batman.
Yeah. Bat elf.
Bad elf.
Or elf man. I don't know.
Man elf.
Melf. Oh, well.
There.
Should have thought about that before I said it.
Pick up the javelin and step back here to keep Eleran's darkness.
I appreciate it very much. I'm only on 10 hit points.
As to say, if I can't see Eleran, then he can't see me. Or something like that.
If Yorgos can't see Eleran, no one can see Eleran.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
Okay.
Wait, did that bugbear not have an intellect devour in it?
No, it
Oh
didn't.
my god.
This goblin will shoot at snapping branch with his bow. Yeah. Hit. 8 damage.
Fucking goblins, man.
Come inside.
Who did you target?
You.
You.
Of course, you. I have my turn. Yes. Dodge that. Sort of.
Dodge it halfway.
Right.
I'm not a monk, but I'm close. Oh yeah, 10 HP.
Attacking the
2 of those.
The dwarf didn't do anything, so we'll go around here and smack the branch.
Oh god.
Yes.
You wish you
16
dodged that
damage,
one.
Maximum power.
Oh, is that a branch or me?
Snapping branch.
Oh no.
Yep.
Crashes him.
Ow. Maybe I shouldn't have dodged that arrow. Dodge that instead.
Beldas.
Well, looks behind him. Looks in front of him. Snapper Branch is in trouble, so deal with that now. These bugbears are humanoids, right? Yes.
The
Yeah.
goblinoids, humanoids, yeah.
Sorry, bugbears are not,
Bugbears.
no.
I think bugbears are humanoid.
It is a humanoid, goblinoid, yes.
Okay. Do I have... This is second. Alright, well... Let's attempt this then. Beldas will point at the bugbear in front of him and try and freeze him with hold person.
Okay.
So you need to make a wisdom save.
Old person.
Fails. He is paralyzed. Beldas is also concentrating. I should put it up. So they can make another wisdom save on their turns, the end of it. But for now, it is paralyzed completely.
Okay.
So, let's step
This
back.
is in. Bugbear is a person.
Yes. Bugbears are people too.
Paralyzed, you say.
Yes, paralyzed.
Paralyzed, which means auto crit.
Yes.
The goblin will dash out in an attempt to save its master. Scimitar to the cat lady. 5 damage. Yes.
Yep.
This guy.
Goblins are doing some work. I'm just saying.
Enough.
Yeah.
We have to go down and join the Goblin Rebellion.
Oh no.
Oh god.
7 damage.
You're not
Please
very.
stop.
You're very easy to hit. I forgot about that.
I mean, I've got 50 AC. That's like
It's pretty good,
average.
The lowest in the party?
but it's not bad.
It's not
You should
awful.
probably leave.
Right.
Very standard. But if you have enough goblins shooting, you know.
Yeah.
It's like what Yorgos would have naked.
Good to know. Good to know.
Snapping Ranch will stab the bugbear for an over crit, I believe.
Yes, correct.
Mm-hmm.
If I hit, which I don't.
You do have advantage, I believe.
You
if
do have
attack
advantage.
someone
Yeah,
else.
but-
You have an advantage.
Double
but it's the
13.
same
but
roll.
it's
I
the same.
rolled
That-
2 13s.
That's
That's
how
a
you read
miss,
those macros. It's 2 roll.
Jammed straight
Um,
into the heart, but there's a pocket watch.
No, I.
Yeah, I advise against using your bonus action to hit here. Just
Yeah.
leave.
Yeah, bonus action disengage, and then
Yes.
she's even gonna use her cat
Alright.
abilities
Get out of there.
and just
Burst
GTFO
speed.
over here.
Okay then. Eleran.
Kill it.
Okay. Yeah. Let's mop some of this up. So I'll shoot at the bugbear. And let's say 24 is the next target. If wait, hang on, I guess an extra d6 because it's Hunter's Mark. So 9 piercing damage?
Okay.
That kill it? No.
No.
Then 11 piercing damage on a 17? I can re-roll that attack. It's a miss. Wow.
No.
Oh wait, it's on
Still-
every
still
attack
going.
that hits, so it's d6. Extra 4 damage. Because Hunter's Mark. Kill it! Yes!
Nice.
Hunter's
Finally.
Mark. You beautiful
No.
bastard thing. And then I will move here and tell Yorgos, go!
All right.
Beautiful tandem work
Assist.
between us.
You roar. So move here. Attack the dwarf. Looking for little brain things. That's a move and a dash. So,
Okay.
actually, I should not do that. I will have there.
Okay.
As far as I can get with my move, I will have to throw my javelin again. Pick that up before, throw it at 24.
Okay. Yeah.
9
That does not do it, unfortunately.
clinks across the ground. Maybe just hits this like
It's just in sheer anger. Yeah, maybe. Alright, well, Goblin 21. Shoot at Yorgos with his bow. 4 damage.
that'll hit. I am raging, so I'll take half.
Shooting Yorgos with his bow. Miss. Dead. Beldas.
Well, it is one of his last vestiges of magical strength here, but
I can take these.
Sure. Right.
Yeah,
Well,
we got
then
this.
How far is
Still an edge after all.
this spell? 120 feet. I spot goblin. Wonderful. He will get behind Yorgos, and he will shoot this goblin here. Firebolt.
Okay.
That's probably a miss.
That is a miss.
All right, that's fine. That's him.
Yes. Charge forward.
Can,
Can
go.
miss. Scimitar 15. Miss. 5. Charge forward. Scimitar. No. This guy. Charge forward. Can't do anything else because he has to move on. So he'll go here and he'll shoot Yorgos. Miss. And Snapping Branch.
Snapping Branch will use a bonus action to, get out a Trusty Healer's Kit for 13 points of healing. And then she's gonna go here and stab a goblin.
No,
Stab. 14?
It's a miss.
Come on.
Sorry. Eleran.
Yes, me. I will come here. And I will shoot 25 and then 21. If the first one kills it, of course. So the bottom one and then...
First one kills it.
Cool. And the second one just ouchies 21 then, I guess. And then I really don't want to be shot, so I'm staying out of the way.
Okay. Yorgos.
Yes, me. Well, we'll start with 24 and so forth. Swing, probably miss. Secondary attack and bonus attack.
Bonus hits.
Well, I'll kill one of them.
Yes, it does.
And we'll just move up there.
Okay.
And that's that, really.
This guy will try to shoot Snapping Branch with a bow. 7 damage.
Please stop. She's gonna do this now.
Beldas. Beldas.
Valkybear?
Oh, sorry, I was muted. Well, there's one in the back there. Let's shoot that goblin one here.
Yes.
Actually, it's this. Then shoot. Wow.
It's a miss.
Alright. Okay. Well, yeah. That's that.
Goblin will slash at Yorgos. Yes, 5 damage. This goblin will slash at Yorgos. Yes, 8 damage. Yes, the goblins are winning.
Mhm. That's true.
Snapping Branch.
It's time for revenge. Should we move here? Stab. 17.
It's a hit.
Right. Overkill sneak attack.
Yes.
22.
Quite.
And then she'll finish a move over here.
I'll come here. I'll move my hunter's mark to 22. Shoot 21, then 22. Looks like I missed 22, maybe, probably.
21 certainly hits, and 22 is a miss. Yorgos.
Yeah. I think it's dead.
Yes. Dies. Blood.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh.
That, this combat is over.
Woo!
Beldas sits his ass down in the corner of this statue here. He's a bit tired.
Ugh.
I'll be back in a sec.
Sure.
Just me and you, sheep.
Just us. I'll take a quick bio break.
Oh no.
So it's just you. Sorry.
Just me. All alone. And you viewers. Just me, you. That's it. Now, if I was that type of YouTuber, Twitch streamer, I would roll an ad right now. But I'm not, and I don't really know how to do that on Twitch. Nope. Don't know. YouTube will automatically add ads.
And I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
It's just me and you.
Okay.
Everybody else has walked away.
Yes.
I've been alone.
For sure. Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Really is my friend.
Yeah.
Never did I think I'd play a character that, like, only wants darkness. Doesn't want any light whatsoever.
No.
Suppose it comes in the territory of having a like subclass of Gloomstalker,
Yes.
sort of in the name. Hey, Valky.
Hello, I got some chocolate. So,
Nice.
Yay.
did you get your take out, Halldamir?
I did. Yeah.
Nice.
It was good. It was good.
Very good for you.
How you feeling, Jonas? Sticking through it.
My throat hurts.
We've only got an hour left.
Hmm.
Can end it like a few minutes early if you feel you might want.
I have a specific goal I want to get to if possible. We'll aim for that.
Alright.
Sure.
Is
Time
that
to
maybe
speedrun.
when we level up?
Might be, yeah.
It's on the horizon. Not that
Yes.
I actually get anything particularly good. I get a new favored enemy and a new natural terrain.
Well, since I'm a multi-class, I get my third level spells next level. Yay!
Yay!
Fireballs! Yay!
Very exciting.
I think I get that 6th level? Because I'm not a fancy full spellcaster. I feel like Aberrations is probably a very good pick for a favored enemy.
Yeah, so far it has certainly paid for itself.
Yeah.
Next level is going to be like Forest.
I've got Forest.
Oh, you got Forest.
Forest was my first one because that makes a lot of sense for a wood elf.
Your favorite enemy is Forest.
No, my favourite.
I hate trees.
My natural terrain is Forest. I don't know what to pick for the next one.
My favorite enemy is nature.
I mean,
If I get
underground makes
mountain,
sense now.
if I get mountain, does it count because we're under a mountain?
No.
Underdark, I don't think this this doesn't count as the Underdark.
No.
don't think this counts as the Arctic. I don't think this counts as the coast.
No.
Nor do I think it counts as the desert.
No.
Nor a grassland or swamp. So
Well, that's awkward. Ranger needs more options.
Ranger needs Undermountain as option.
Just need
My
like
My
underground.
favorite terrain is like a cellar. Like what?
I just well, like Underdark is specific, but yeah, it's like the closest to what we have right now. Underdark. But yeah, I'll be amazed if
I have returned.
natural terrain actually comes into play for me.
I never know.
What a fight, guys! These
know.
damn intellect of ours. Begin to think they're just Zenithar's like lieutenants. In which case, there's gonna be a lot more of them.
All right. Well, let's continue then.
Let us continue.
Beldas would ask for a rest.
Yes,
Short rest.
Yeah.
anything.
You can do a short rest if you need it.
Mm-hmm.
You can take a short rest.
I need health.
Maybe Snapping Bright can, if she doesn't need to rest either, can help Yorgos check through the bodies, you know. So,
Well, if everyone is winding down, she would like to take a rest as well.
Yeah, we are a bit roughed up here. Beldas would like to also get some spells back. So do so.
I guess I could.
Yeah, that's it.
2 level 1s or 1 level 2.
Actually, can only use half of your.
No, you can use as many as you like, but you only get half per long rest.
Oh yeah, okay. Wow.
2, 1.
There we go. That'll do.
2.
Dice these days. It is the die plus the con mod.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, con mod, right.
Yeah,
Yes.
con mod.
Keep forgetting about the con mod.
Could be quite substantial.
Uh-huh. Sure is.
Okay, I'll take it. That'll do.
Yes. Rest and yeah, I guess we continue on.
Yeah, little owl break. Yep.
Hmm.
We bring out a lunch.
Well, we do want to loot, and then we probably first want to explore like the rooms to the east, because they should be empty at this point.
Yes. Let's loot then.
Well, I mean,
Shall we?
they came from everywhere. So I imagine it's empty
That's
everywhere.
true.
Everywhere.
I mean, it's probably just another base camp.
Let's have a
Yes.
look.
Used to be enough.
Hello?
Ah, here, definitely.
Yes, it seems to be like part of a guard post. Probably keeping an eye on like this area in general, just to make sure that nothing comes up or through the secret passage over there.
Hmm.
As for loot,
Yes.
there is a total of 50 gold pieces in various coinage on all of these goblins and bugbears.
50 or 15?
50.
Okay.
Score.
Nice.
It's above average return for this dungeon these days.
Door up here.
There's also a path down here. Take a look.
Oh no,
That's
that's
the
the
door.
sealed door.
Okay. That's
Oh.
the door.
The magic
Yep,
sealed door.
that's a steel door.
So look up here then.
Of Isildur.
Ha 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 ha.
Pick up this broken sword.
As you look over here, you see something.
What do
Did
my
you say
elf eyes
moo?
see?
You see what seems to be once upon a time a dwarven forge. Now quite dilapidated. Although there are 2 large creatures that are like inspecting the different like worksmith tools and whatnot. Seemingly trying to forge something on an anvil. maybe like a great sword or something like that. They seem to be arguing, all four of them, so to speak, and have not necessarily paid attention to you yet.
I mean, not,
Alistair
presumably
lied.
they can't see me, so. So that was the lie. The rest of the things were true.
That's good then.
Unless he lied about that too.
That's true. You could have
I
been
just
lying all
lied
along.
about everything.
Okay, so how do y'all want to tackle this?
Well, do we want to
Shoot
talk to
them?
them first? Or
Perhaps we should
Try?
have a chat.
By
there
all
are other
means,
doors
Master
we can
Dwarf.
take a look at.
Yeah, there is one to the south that might link up to that other one.
I think Yorgos' prime thing would be that these things look big.
Mm. Have I lost everybody? We here? Discord. Oh. Okay. Connect.
Uh,
Oh, there we go.
hmm. Beldas is a bit wary because he can't really see anything, but he will stride forward. Clunk clunk.
Okay.
I completely disconnected there. How bizarre.
The Athens heads swirl around and take him in. One of them looks over and says, "Oh, small dwarf thing, bring treasure, yes?"
He scratches his beard and says, "If you can help me, yes. Perhaps."
Your eyes narrow suspiciously.
I seek the way below, and I have heard that it is in your hands.
We guard the door. No one comes in or out without the guild say so. Are you part of the guild, little dwarf?
Well, Beldas would intuit that they're on about Xanathar. He will say yes, he is.
The Etin frowns at him. Then show the sign.
Oh God. Does Beldas know what that is?
Not really, probably.
Alright. Well, he'll say, and if I don't, I assume you won't let me through. Yes.
If you don't, we club you.
Oh well. It would seem then that we are at an impasse, and then he looks at Yorgos and gives
Tell them that you don't want to show them the sign because then they might not be part of the.
The actors, who is that? Clong, clong,
Oh.
clong.
Oh dear.
I think we club you.
That seems workable to me.
Like, all right. Picks up their weapons.
Rage.
I tried.
Throw down. Let's kill these monsters.
Alright.
That's the thing, Yorgos. You're entirely. It's okay to murder everything in here because they're all part of the guild. All bad people.
Not the branch is supposed to react.
Everything. I should be one up, by the way.
All right, Snapping Ranch is gonna see who acts first. That guy. She's gonna run out with her lightning speed. She'll even use her feline agility for this. Go here. Throw down the last of her ball bearings. Right here. And then fuck off again. Here.
Alright.
They look lumbering and stupid, so that's gotta work.
Edin walks here, and then one of the heads look down. It's like, oh, not stepping there. Balls. Here.
Oh. Hi.
Hi.
It was worth a try.
Yes.
Here. Speed 40. Yep, he can go here. All right, he will swing his weapons. He has a battle axe and a morning star, and he gets a swing each because he has 2 heads.
Alright.
Battle axe, morning star.
Alright, so
Wow.
first one. Let's see here. So I have 18. 1, 2, 3. Wonderful. First one hits Beldas. His ward bursts as he tries to take some of it, but most of it comes through. So he takes the 11.
Yep.
And then as he winces back, he thrusts out his arm, and he will cast shield to ward off the other blow. And will also rip some of the energy from the shield and recharge a little bit of his arcane ward as he is casting an abjuration spell.
Okay.
So he doesn't take the second attack. It bounces off the shield.
All right then. Oh, Eleran.
Alright. I will not cast Sapphire Strike because that's just a one-off. I'm going to use Hunter's Mark on Etin 2.
Right.
I shall shoot it.
Mm-hmm.
And
All hits.
all hits, you say? Extra 13 damage on top of it all, so 38 damage.
Yep.
Yeah.
Beldas.
Well, Beldas will look at the Etin, shake his head, click his fingers, and cast Misty Step. We'll teleport over here, away. Yes, that is him.
Okay.
Actually, sorry, I'm an idiot. That's a bonus action, so I can still shoot him with a fireball. We'll do that.
Okay.
That's how I
It's a miss.
Alright.
Yorgos.
There's a rage.
The
This
angriest.
is a fight that's actually worthy of. Mostly it's just to kill tentacle horrors, but this.
Big, lumbering giant creatures.
Over here.
All right.
We'll swing the halberd.
That's a hit. That's a hit. And that's a hit.
And then because we hit, we got
12.
35?
that's 28, 35. Magical damage for the gut.
Yeah. All right. The other hit.
And then,
Here.
He'll take an
Smack.
attack opportunity, he will.
Sure. Yeah, that's it.
Chop. A
Yeah,
lot, but it's something.
and he'll try to clubber Yorgos.
Yeah, I bet.
Battle axe,
Will.
Morningstar.
Yes.
Jesus.
Crack, crack. 25 damage.
It's a crit on the, isn't it?
That is, yes, that's true. Let's see here. Morningstar does.
No, fair is fair.
That is fair.
And you will take an additional 11 damage.
Okay, so that's 21, 36. Halved is
18.
18. Smack. Ow.
Mm-hmm. All right. Snapping branch.
Snapping Branch is gonna move in. Stab the Atten.
Yep.
21.
That's a hit.
Great. 21 piercing.
Mm-hmm.
And she's gonna disengage and leave.
Okay.
Just so you know, guys, it might not last another.
Mhm.
Number 2 moves in here.
Go get some.
he'll try his best. Battle axe.
Oh.
Morningstar.
Yes.
15 damage on the Morningstar.
You're fine.
Eleran.
Yeah. I'll come here so I can still shoot Etin too. Let's see if we can bring it down.
There. Yeah.
Bring it down,
And,
Legolas.
what, 24?
First Derek kills it.
Oh, okay. In that case, it'd be 10. Just take half. I'll take average, whatever. Either way.
Right.
Arrows punching into them. Like lumbering monsters.
Beldas.
These things have reach, or
No.
Beldas will move here, do some battle triage, cure wounds on Yorgos. We got a 2d8. Cast this for 19.
Good healing.
Yes, he has one spell left, so
Okay.
It is gonna get it.
yeah.
Yorgos.
Get that raging halberd that it always wanted. And
Yeah.
all right. So
All
a
hits.
26, 20, 31.
Gosh. The poor Etin. He just wanted to get treasure.
Yeah, you know what? We're in the same boat there. But
Etin will try to club back.
yeah,
Battle
it's doing it to
axe.
me. Oh,
Morningstar. No.
Yes.
That
nothing.
misses.
You will not hit me, Ethan. You are weak.
Weak,
Surrender
weak
now,
Atten.
you may live.
He's certainly
Tavern
full of
bouncer.
arrows and stuff.
It could hoist people up and down.
It's good. Yeah, I know.
New life.
Snapping Branch will move in. Stab 14.
That's it.
Oh, nice. For 9 piercing damage.
All right. That is enough to
Oh,
kill it.
nice.
As the Ettins crash to the ground. Combat is over.
Bell just like wheezes a bit and leans against the wall. Arm is a
Zeolot is very angry still. He angrily frisks them for a key. Punch in the moon.
They do indeed seem to have a key.
Hooray.
Big bronze key.
Eleran will move the monstrosity that they were making, presuming it's probably not beautiful. Or just like
No.
remove it from the workplace. I feel like it's
Okay,
rude for it to be there, really.
certainly.
Stand up, scream at the dungeon. Is this all you can muster?
Mhm.
Well, as you go closer to the forge, you do see that there's a sack of stuff next to the anvil. Probably the Eden's, supplies, so to speak.
Let's look at the sack of stuff.
All right. Well, it contains a big pile, 1,400 copper pieces.
Yay.
Yep. 350 silver pieces. And 120 iron ingots.
Jesus. That's
worth 5 silver pieces each.
That's a lot of iron.
I'm glad we're not doing the encumbering rules, because that would be so heavy.
Ingot weighs 1 pound and is stamped with a hammer on one side and an anvil on the other.
Dwarven iron. I think we can safely assume.
Can we have that written out for whoever's the bank today?
I've written down.
You've written it down? Cool.
Yeah. But it wouldn't hurt to put it in it. Anyway, just see if I'm wrong.
Anything else around the place?
No.
Alright.
I mean, there's a huge hammer they use to pound the metal. It's just seems pretty worthless. It's like a great maul if someone wants it, but probably not.
I'm good.
No.
Just what's down this corridor a bit?
Well, nothing really. It's an alcove.
Oh, alright.
Lies. It must be something there. This door is locked, I'm assuming, because this is the door, right?
No, that is not a locked door.
Oh,
The door they're guarding is the magical door.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew that. Let's open the door.
Might as well have a look at the door before we leave.
Yeah, take a look. Maybe there's treasures.
Wait.
One statues.
Yeah. This looks...
Too excited.
What happens to her?
Nothing. The statues don't seem to do anything really. They seem to be of elven warriors carrying spears.
Oh.
Sort of standing guard here. They don't seem to be doing much.
Okay.
Now south, however, is seemingly some sort of dwarven warrior statue, perhaps a cleric, maybe, like a mace and a shield, and seems to be standing in some sort of action pose. You can clearly see that the mace seems to be made of gold.
Ooh.
That seems too obvious.
Good to be true. Yeah, well.
No, I mean, it's the first treasure we've seen, but
Let's look at the rest for
now.
now.
I mean,
Look at the rest.
Yep.
There's corners to be seen.
There you go.
Up this way.
Yes. Sure.
Doors.
Right. Well, Snapping Branch will light a torch,
Yes.
gesture the other forward, as she will investigate this amazingly valuable statue.
Okay. As the others come barreling down the corridor at full speed.
Eleran's going to have a look at these statues.
she should.
While we're here.
He can handle that.
She can
Take a look up here.
she can investigate the statue, yes.
With an investigation or perception?
Perception.
You can have a guidance.
Be 19 with guidance.
It does seem to be a statue, yes. It seems to be holding a golden war mace of some sort.
All right. She'll attempt to detach the golden war mace.
Yes, she does. As she does, the statue opens up and a huge mouth appears.
Oh no.
Yes.
Really?
Yes. As it morphs and tries to eat her.
Why is it every campaign that always has to be one of these?
It is a mouth.
Mouths everywhere.
Yorgos.
Mimic.
Every week. One last week, then this week.
Last
Did you
week
see
it was
anything
a
up
dog.
here before I have to run down to?
There you go.
There we go. All right. I will say that the mimic gets a surprise attack here.
Yeah, we
Sure,
didn't
yeah.
we didn't spot it.
No.
So
Oh, that's ugly.
happens.
Sorry.
Well, excuse the mimic, okay? He's trying his best. He'll try to eat Stepping Branch.
No.
Yes.
It's eating her. It's gonna eat me. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Let's see here. Mhm. Yes, I'll try to.
Yeah, that hits.
Yes.
Jeez Louise.
Her treasured Delver senses will make a dodge that uncannily.
Oh, there you go.
Nice.
So I guess 6 total.
Yes. That is correct. All right. Well, the mimic has had his fun. Stopping Branch.
Stamping Rush is gonna stab the mimic. It has treasure, maybe 7.
That is not stabbing mimic.
Alright, she'll off at no.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
She's a bit startled, just slashing at the thing.
Beldas.
Let me just double check if shield requires a. Yes, it does. So I can't hit it and shield. So he will use his firebolt instead. Maybe burn the mimic. Yeah. 15.
That does it.
Aha! 19 fire damage. Almost max damage. Jesus.
Very good.
Whoosh.
Burn mimic.
Mimic burns.
Ha 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 ha. Is he flammable? No, I'm
No.
kidding.
Eleran.
Oh yeah, you hear Beldas
Me.
scream, by the way. And he's like, ah!
Yeah. I'll shoot it.
By
Wow.
Paladin hammer. Yes.
35
Soft
damage.
cover.
Soft cover, I guess, yeah. So
Yeah.
12 hit?
12 does hit.
Yeah,
Oh.
and 35 damage.
Shoot it in the mouth.
I love
Yorgos.
Gloomstalker.
On the other side of the
There's
world.
Noise. Well, seems like he might be muted, so we'll just move and dash. That's it.
Okay, it's mimic time.
Okay.
Not very catchy.
Well, you know.
Give me your treasures, mimic.
Well,
Is
try to
is
bite
that
her.
golden war mace part of it, or is it actually golden war mace?
It's just morphed into it.
Damn it.
Oh,
Used as a mimic does. It uses like fake
Bait.
golden adventures.
But maybe we can
Nice.
still do it. I mean, you never know.
Never know,
That's
it could be
miss.
filled with gold.
miss.
No, misses. No, the mimic is flummoxed.
Miss.
I
Aha.
do not like that description.
7.
The
16.
pseudopod.
Yeah.
16 hits, yeah.
For 11 piercing.
Ah, the mimic is bleeding.
Yes.
Yes, you
Purple blood.
bleed your golden blood.
Burn, mimic.
I mean, my golden blood.
Burn.
What's a hit?
11 fire damage. It's like flamethrower. Like.
Yeah, he's
As Snapping Branch slashes at the mimic, she like offhandedly asks Beldas, do you think you could tame a mimic to just make it display whatever you want to display?
What? He's like trying to blast this thing with fire.
Sounds like something to ask people somewhere on the mountain.
16.
Maybe Snapping Branch can befriend the mimic.
Yeah. I mean, now it's probably too
Diplomacy.
late, but
Diplomacy.
It might be a Pokemon. You need to beat it into submission.
Mimic Mon.
16
Yeah, exactly.
damage.
60.
That's an ugly Pokemon.
Wow.
but it could be anything. It's like a Ditto.
Yeah, but come on, there's literally an ice
Look
cream.
at its.
It could
There's
be anything
literally an
with a
apple
bunch
pie.
of eyes and a giant mouth. Is this door? That's not open, I guess.
It
We'll
is.
kick it up. If it's
It's
not.
open.
The
You see a
door
huge
blasts
mouth.
off its hinges.
Yeah, there's this huge mouth creature.
I'll go here. That's a move and a dash.
All right.
Help it out.
Mimic, yes. Bite the pseudopod. Bite.
That's it.
Yeah.
Gonna dodge that. That's
Pseudopod.
Miss.
No.
Miss.
Pseudopod.
Pseudo not. It's fine.
Just a thing. I don't know. Like,
Stepping.
it was a very
Stab.
charismatic.
Ooh. Now
Stab.
you can.
Oh,
Oh, never
God.
mind.
Oh, that's a 20, that last one.
Yes, crits.
So total for 19 and 7, so 26.
26. The
Yeah.
mimic collapses. The combat is over. As it
Oh,
sort of
that-
just deflates and sort of becomes an oozy mess on the ground.
The tease of these monsters.
Wipes his brow. He just like walks back.
She's gonna poke at the mimic corpse with her like rapier to see if there's anything actual golden there.
It doesn't seem like any gold is spilling out of it. She gets the distinct feeling it's sadly just fake gold it uses to
Wow.
lure people in.
Yep.
What a waste.
Alright, what's
Well-
behind the last door?
All we find is cursed things or mimics. Yes, there's a door. What is in it?
There is a door, yeah.
Open the door. What's in the door?
Alright. Door flies open.
Reveal your mystery. Oh,
Fucking
Alright.
more corridors. Ah.
more than fake. Alright.
Let me
Mhm.
get. That's,
Pretty close this time.
So Grumpy's Beldas is grumpy. Oh, he wants to just.
we're like
I
basically
mean, I
at
suppose
the
this
end.
was a really old dwarven make, but Alice sort of took it over. So
Those really old dwarves are assholes.
No.
that's not one.
Well, Beldas heard that he'd have words.
Forever grudge.
Knock,
Oh.
knock, hello.
It's just written in a little book somewhere. You know.
Well,
It's
you open
dwarf.
up.
Beldas is too nice to have a book of grudges.
Oh well. His book of grudges is his mind.
Who must die in this room?
There is, you can see in the corner of the room, some mining supplies and stuff just laying around. And you can also see here and there some completely like desiccated, dried out corpses laying around here.
Because
What
that's a
kind
good
of
sign.
corpses?
Huh?
What kind of corpses are they?
Mixed. Seems like a bugbears, or goblins, a few humans.
Okay.
Stepping Branch, who's pretty close, thinks you see some movement up in the ceiling of the room.
She'll hiss that over to Beldas. Can she see what it is?
Yes, it seems like the ceiling is absolutely pregnant with sturges.
Oh no. Let's leave.
No,
Close the door.
leave.
What?
Leave.
What?
I'm
What?
done with Sturges.
Guys,
Oh,
we can't just leave them here.
God. Why?
Because keep breeding. It's an infestation.
Just seal the door.
We have to be the ones to do this.
Seal it.
It's the only way.
After you.
I mean, I assume they would be coming for us, but
You're right now. They're just hanging there. They haven't really.
Beldas tiptoes.
Step
out
Eleran?
back
of the room.
slowly.
Eleran, how about this? You go in the room, close the door. We can't see you. Just kill all of them.
I feel like that doesn't
That's
work.
how it works,
I
right?
don't think it works like that.
very
Well,
quiet.
Beldas will close the door, and he will walk, and he will keep walking, and he will not look back. That room is never to be
I'm
opened
with
again.
the dwarf. I'm with the dwarf. Yep.
Oh,
Never
not
has an
fully.
elf and a
Yorgos looks to
dwarf
Snapping Branch.
both
today.
worked. Both had the same idea.
I'd really hate to leave a room unexplored. I mean, Sturges mean that no other adventurer probably has looted that in recent times.
You know what?
This is how you live over
Other
100 years.
adventurers, that's the key. Yes. Yes. Snapping Branch, have you ever thought that we might be ruining this dungeon for future adventurers?
Absolutely, that's sort of the point.
And I thought maybe we should give something back, you know?
I've never
How
thought that way.
about we make a riddle and put clues throughout the places we've been that lead other adventurers to this room?
That seems
Sort of
cruel.
as a room. It looks, if you know it has actual content.
But the content could be out. Isn't that why we're here? To explore, to
But the others
learn?
leave. They're afraid of the tiny creatures.
Steph's just gonna sigh and then rush over to the others.
That are just
You know, sort
moping.
of bouncing along the wall to get in front of them. Where she's gonna cross her arms and frown at them and say, "Think of the things that could be in that room. Have we gotten everything we could have if we leave it? No. Perhaps there's riches in there. Still just means that no other simple adventuring party has been there in recent times. There could be information we need or other things, and between your fire and the elves' uncanny ability to be unseen, surely a few insects are not going to be a threat."
Clearly have not
Beldas-
seen Sturges before.
Beldas will say, look, had we come here first, I would have qualms. However, I am almost spent, and I wish to see, well, where this key goes. We can always come back here, as we have to other parts of this place.
I suppose. All right, if you promise that we'll come back here, then I have no objection.
I see no reason why I shouldn't promise that. That's
Mm.
fine.
Great, let's find out where that key goes then.
Good. Is Yorgos coming, or is he going on a crusade?
Yorgos
He's painting on the door.
Oh, okay.
Yorgos is making a riddle for others to find this place, which, if he wants to do that.
That is
Done with it.
his chore. He can do as he wishes.
Fucking done with it.
Run. Sorry, walk. Stump along. What do dwarves? How do you dwarven walk needs
March.
yeah, some sort of verb.
Some sort of verb.
Stump.
You waddle.
Wow. Wow. I'm not a penguin. I'm a dwarf.
Pump those dwarven legs. Range far, range fast.
Gosh.
Yeah, they're sprinters, don't you know?
Yeah. Very
Yeah.
dangerous in short distances.
Maybe I
Very.
should take long strider.
This long strided dwarf.
Yeah.
The fastest dwarf in the realms. Yeah.
I approve.
Alright. Yeah, the key seemed to fit the magically sealed door. And we'll open it to reveal
A corridor.
Dog.
gaming dog.
A gaming
Gaming.
dog.
A small yappy dog.
5 riddles you must answer.
Yeah.
What balks in the
here.
darkness, but not in the light?
What is gaming dog's favorite treat?
Oh.
Real OG viewers will actually know. There are videos of it.
Yes, it is a spiraling staircase leading down deeper into the dungeon. You have found the entrance to level 2.
My god.
Yes.
Only
that-
17 more levels after that.
Yeah.
In front of Snapping Branch's destiny as a space jammer.
Well.
I thought that would pique your interest.
Beldas will sigh and look to Eleran and say, "Well, I would suggest resting before we move down. If that, well, if that is all right with you."
He nods and says, though perhaps in the stairwell, I feel it is safer than in the open.
Beldas shakes his head and says, "No, I mean more of a sleep. He like sparks his tries to spark some flame into his hands. They kind of sputter a bit, and he's like, I've used a lot today."
We cannot keep going to the yawning portal, Beldas. Sooner or later we will have to spend some time down here. Why not now? I can provide food for us.
True enough, but with it being so close, I wouldn't. Well, your reason is sound if we were further down, but considering it is so close, I see not why we shouldn't avail of it.
He shrugs. Says, I see danger reappears in these halls as they all shuffle around. They may be clear now, they may not be tomorrow. We may find ourselves equally spent once we come back here. There's no guarantee these halls remain empty. We must remember that.
It's true. As is, there is no guarantee once we step down here, we will be safe.
Correct.
And so, I will take the risk. And you can, well, blame me. If that so happens. But perhaps I shouldn't make decisions for everyone. Let us see what the other two, well, decide.
Stepping around, just gonna watch over Yorgos as he makes up his riddle, saying that the others went ahead, suggesting that we maybe come here back later.
Yes.
But perhaps someone else will find the riddle and go here first, which would be fine, she supposes.
Yes. It's okay. Just, it seems like give something back,
Well, with that, you have cleared level 1 of the dungeon and found your way to level 2. You can retreat back and have a long rest at the yawning portal if you so desire.
Yeah.
You will also level up.
Ooh.
Yay.
My goodness.
Yeah. So having to kill all those goblins. So many.
Yeah. So yeah, whatever XP you have left until level 6, you can just fill that in and be exactly level 6.
Wonderful.
Third level spells. Fireball. Yay.
Yay.
I get a new language.
I get
Somehow.
2 more expertise.
What language do I pick? God.
Troll.
Roll.
No, I kid. I don't know.
I mean, any language could be relevant.
Yeah.
Any
Literally any.
I'm expecting orcs in our near future, so I'm gonna let orcish.
Aquan or
I mean, I heard
Abyssal.
goblins were a thing.
I've got
from
Abyssal
Alistair
already.
Himself, so.
I've got Goblin
Goblin.
already.
You just get a bonus language at level.
Just get a bonus language. Just get language.
enough.
Being a ranger, I guess. Get random shit.
Didn't know rangers were so learned in languages.
Don't know. Well, I guess, travel many places.
I get to reroll a failed saving throw once per rage.
I have picked up Aberrations as a favored enemy, and Underdark as terrain, so
Sure.
that's just... yeah.
I think I'm actually gonna pick expertise in history.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah, definitely.
History and stealth.
Stay off.
Makes sense to me. Seems like this things she does a lot.
Yeah.
But seriously, not getting any more spells. That's it. What?
Pretty simple level up.
Wow.
I gain a feature and HP.
Yeah. Always on leveling up.
Yeah, my token's gonna take
And another hit die.
Yes.
That's true.
3 seconds to update. Look at that, already basically done. I just need to add walk-ish to my languages.
10 more hit points than before.
Yeah, 6 more for me.
Well, I have to pick spells, so that's gonna take.
That's okay. He won't play again until 2 weeks.
Yep.
That's fine.
Well, with that, I'm going to stop the recording and the stream.
Yep.
And we'll see you guys next week
Yes.
for Odyssey of the Dragonlocks. And 2 weeks' time
Dreads.
for... and there's Dreads every Friday.
Yes. Provided I survive.
And then Dungeons and Mage 2 weeks' time for hopefully a very much less sick Rahal.
That would be very nice. Not to be, yes.
Dying all over the place. Yeah. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
guys. Bye.